This is the All-American Coaching League, presented by Axis Sports.
What's up, All-American Coaching League peeps? What's going on tonight? This Tuesday night, we've got 3 more games for Week 3. I see a few people already in the chat. Welcome to Night 2 of Week 3 in the All-American Coaching League, brought to you by Axis Sports. I am your host, Dave Axis, for tonight. And before I pass this first game on to the crew that's going to be calling the game, let me give you a quick recap last night. We had 3 games last night, the first 3 games of Week 3. Washington State on the road in Minnesota with a double-digit win, 31-21, to improve to 2-0. Houston and Air Force, a tight game going back and forth. Air Force was actually up 21-14, a couple turnovers late. And Houston wins that game 28-21. And then in the closest game of the night, the nightcap game, Central Michigan almost pulling the upset over number 4 Georgia State. But Georgia State squeaks out a 14-13 one-point victory. Central Michigan with 2 key interceptions in the fourth quarter down the stretch to basically throw that game away. So that's what you missed last night. Tonight we've got 3 more games on the slate. The first game is interesting. 2 teams that have not won a game yet. 0-2 Memphis traveling to 0-2 Cincinnati. And then the game of the night, I think. We have 2 top 10 teams playing. Number 10, Indiana. They are 1-1. Traveling to Norfolk, Virginia to take on the Monarchs of Old Dominion. They are the 8th ranked team. They are also 1-1. They are also the former number 1 team in the league. And in the nightcap tonight, we've got a good Marshall team that just has had some bad luck. They're looking for their first win. They are 0-2, traveling to Western Michigan, who is 1-1. All 3 locations will be cold and clear and slightly windy. And then with that being said, I think it's time to turn it over to tonight's crew. Ives Van Hammer will be your play-by-play. Coach Klein will be your color commentator. And Coach D. Snuts will be your third wheel. So thank you for tuning in. We'll get this game kicking here in just a few minutes as soon as they do their pregame. And I'm going to pass it off right now to Ives. And Ives, take it away.
Well, thanks, Dave. Welcome to Week 2.
Week 3.
Week 2. Week 3. Oh, my goodness. Jeez, life goes too quickly. We're already in Week 3. Game between Memphis and NATI. We obviously got Bob Funk and Freddie Trammell, the 2 elite coaches and assistant athletic directors here today. Neither of these teams have a win, so someone's going to get a win tonight. Hopefully this doesn't end in a tie. I'm going to quit if it ends in a tie. We'll start with Coach Klein. What do you think about Memphis, especially their uniforms? Do you think their uniforms are going to help them win tonight?
I mean, the uniforms are going to look nice. However, I did get the chance to sit down and have a drink with the athletic director, Freddie Trammell from Memphis, before the game started. And he said, listen, buddy, don't tell anybody I said this, but our team sucks. So I don't know how that's going to work out for him.
Honesty is the best policy. Maybe that helps galvanize his team into, losing by 7 points instead of 14 like last week. Let's move over to our esteemed colleague, the third wheel here, D. Snuts. What do you think about the Bearcats' chances tonight?
Well, first of all, Ives, I'm going to tell you something, man. When you say my name, you say it right. It's D's Nuts. You understand me? All right. So now that we got that all good and understood, now you know what I mean? All right. So I'm expecting a really good game here. I don't know if I've ever heard of this before, but Nat is going to be trying that new Sprakood offense. So we're going to see how Sprakood works out for them. And Bob Funk he's really innovative And so he's going to be trying something new. I'm interested to see how it all works out.
Personally, my favorite superfood is strawberry jam with a little peanut butter. Put some butter on the bread, toast it lightly. That makes a great PB&J sandwich. Both these teams coming off of big losses this week. We'll start with Coach Klein. Who's your pick for tonight?
So, I'm going to pick the team that has the higher score, and it's going to be led by the guy that does the most work for him.
And see, this is why we have you on the team here. It's commentary like that you can't get anywhere else except for the All-American Coaching League. That kind of type of insight. These nuts. What about you? What do you think about who's going to win this one?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, man. I gotta believe that Izzy Gay is gonna be doing some really, really good things there on the defense on the backside. You know, when you got Izzy Gay coming up from the rear, all kind of crazy things can happen. I'm going with the upset.
I have word that we're ready to head down to the field here. I think Memphis's issue is that their star is a kicker. Enough said. But heading down to the field tonight is it's 35 degrees and clear. We have a nice light breeze from the west going toward the east, so we'll see how that affects things. Hopefully, no one with any COVID is on the west side of the stadium, because then the entire stadium is just going to be screwed. Looking at these two uniforms here, beautiful uniforms from these two teams.
Well, it's good for the teams to wear uniforms, because the only one where we're running around your underwear looks good is the Lingerie Football League.
The great Lingerie Football League. I think Dave Axis is a part owner of that league. We're going down for the coin toss. Tails never fails. And they're going to...
I don't know about that. If you give me a choice, I'm going to always choose head. You know what I mean? If you know what I mean.
If you don't know what he means, then I don't know how you end up in this league. The kick return is going to come out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati's going to get the ball first. Coach Klein, if you're Cincinnati, what are you going to do on offense?
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the ball. I'm also going to pass the ball and hopefully score, whether it be a field goal or a touchdown.
Bold strategy there, is that first pass is going to go for first down to the tight end. He kind of snagged that from the helmet of the defender. These nuts, for defense for Memphis, what do they need to do to stop this extraordinarily mediocre offense?
Extraordinarily mediocre. That's like you got a ugly, sexy chick. I know what you mean. You can go ahead and say it. It's me, these nuts. You can say it.
Hey, we just gotta play it straight. Just say what we mean, all right?
Yeah, she looks good when the lights are out. I know what you mean.
Buster Cherry's definitely looking for how he felt her snatch tonight.
Buster Cherry really needs to play hard for the Bearcats to be able to play, to be able to score points in this game. First down 10. I think this from just before midfield. It's going to be a read option. He's going to dance around, run into his own man. Does he need some glasses there?
Yeah, that's going to be a face mask, and Memphis is going to have to do better, because Buster Cherry, he likes to run the ball. That's one thing we know, and so Memphis has got to be ready on defense, because he's going to be running, passing, and if they're not ready, he's going to Buster Cherry.
Take a look at the users in chat. We got obviously Access Sports, the great. He's not late. Never mind. Abbott Costello. That throw is going to go deep, and a touchdown, Bearcats. That's a quick strike to Brandon Allen from Buster Cherry. Coach Klein, what did you see on that throw right there?
Well, it looks like the receiver got a nice couple of steps on his cover man, and Buster Cherry put the ball in the spot where only he could get it, and it led to a touchdown.
Terrible defense there from Memphis. I know Pepper Rogers expects more from his team. To go back to our viewers in chat, we got Bob Funk, another TV viewer who's really one of our best viewers. He's always in every single game. Never seen him comment though. Bo Martin Jr., Candy, East, Coach Craven, Dave Axis. I wonder if he has any relation to Access Sports. David Leathers, Gunny McGuire, K something. Your screen's blurry. 06, Ladybug, Lone Star, Gloria, and Packer Frederick. First and 10 for Memphis. Decent. If you're the coach here for Memphis, how are you going to attack this Bearcats defense?
Well, first thing you got to do is exactly what they're doing on this play, and that's establish a run game. Because if you're going to open up that offense so you can drop those passes in deep, the first thing you got to do is draw in the defense of the Natties, right? So you need to draw them in with a running game just like they did. I'd expect a couple more runs here, and then they're going to try to drop it in deep.
Moondoggy Trammell's going to hand it off to Stonefly Rush. Coach Klein, for this defense of the Bearcats, what do you think they need to do in this game?
They need to stop them from scoring.
You know, that's something that they've struggled to do. I think you should coach them. Is that screen pass can go out to the running back Rush. Rush is going to come up left side, and that's going to get a first down for Memphis. These nuts, this team seems to be moving the ball pretty well. Do you think it's because their offense found their rhythm, or both these teams just suck?
Well, it's a little bit early to determine how much they suck. It usually takes me a while to see just how good somebody sucks, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to give it a little bit more time. I need at least 2 minutes to determine how good the suck is. So get back with me in a couple of minutes. Right now, the suck isn't that good, but it could get better.
Hold on, let me set a timer for that, because I know, you know, when you're talking about something as precise as sucking, you need to have precise measurements. So we're just going to start that timer right there. That pass is going to go across the middle to Kenneth Lewis. It's going to be a gain of 10 yards. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 3 here. Coach Klein, what are you going to do on the 3rd down?
I'm going to try and pick up the first down. That's what I'm going to do.
Let's see if they agree with you here. Is he just going to do the old Statue of Liberty handoff where he's not going to actually hand it off? And it worked. I think he agreed with you on that play there. He got a first down. First down coming up for Memphis.
I don't know what Natty was doing. They must have got caught jerking something, because he was just standing there with his balls wide out in the open, and nobody decided to do anything. I don't know what's going on with the Natty defense.
Well, the Natty defense has not been particularly good, and by not particularly good, we mean particularly bad. Lost 24-17 last week, and then the week before they lost as well. Let's see if I can pull up their score. The score was, well, they didn't score as many points as the other teams. That run's going to go for a couple yards, but the face mask is going to get them a first down. Coach Klein, do you teach your guys to go for the face mask, or is it something that you try to avoid?
Well, no, I try to tell my guys to avoid the face mask, because that's a penalty, and you don't want to commit a penalty.
And you know what? Let me interject here. Normally getting face is a good thing, but in the football game, you don't necessarily want face.
You should tell that to the Cowboys and Lions on Thanksgiving. They should have learned about that. That's going to be a slant for a touchdown. Ties it up, as these two teams are now going to be dead even unless this guy misses the pooch kick, which, you know.
The cooch kick, what'd you say?
Hey, you can hear what you want to hear. It really was a good response by Memphis. Its kicks can go down to Natty. There's our sucking timer. Going back over you, D's nuts.
Well,
2 minutes in, how do you feeling?
2 minutes in, I'll tell you what, I still ain't got off because I ain't seen that much suck. All right, so far so good. They're sucking about the same. This ought to actually be a good game because they both suck equally.
That's the trick when you can find two teams that are equally sucky. It really helps, and it helps the game end in a good finish. Bearcats can hand it off here. It's gonna be a first down to Dixon Butts.
You said it right. Say it like you mean it.
Dixon Butts right there for the first down.
There it is.
Shotgun here for the Bearcats, 1st and 10.
Hey, how do you feel about Dixon Butts?
Oh, you know, I think it really depends. You know, if you have a butt and a Dixon is in it, I mean, it really depends on your point of view.
When you've got a Dixon Butts, you really want to get in the end zone.
Exactly.
What a way to tie that back into the game right there. Coach Lands, the delay handoff is going to go up to the middle, and he's going to pound that in for a game of 5. 3rd and 8.
Pound it in. Now you're getting it.
3rd and 8 coming up here for the Natty Bearcats, and they're going to throw it this time. He's going to throw it down to the bottom of your screen. He's going to catch it, and oh my goodness, he just got smacked in the face.
Yes, but not until after he picked up the first down, which is what you want to do before you score, is pick up first downs.
It was a hard-earned first down there. Buster Cherry now going to run it. He's going to toss it out for the read options. I don't know about you, these nuts, but that does not seem like what I wanted out of that play.
No, Dixon Butts got caught up in the backside, and you know that's never a good thing.
Yeah, it can be a little bit painful, a little bit bloody there. Maybe that's the red on the Bearcats uniform. I don't know. 2nd and 12 here. They're going to hand it off. No, it's going to be a read option, and he's going to drag a couple guys down. Coach Klein, you got to be embarrassed if you're a defender and you can't tackle a quarterback, right?
Yeah, you want to be able to tackle a quarterback, and usually you want to do that behind the line, because if you do that, then it's a sack, not just a tackle.
I feel like Memphis has got some pretty good momentum if they can get this stopped up. Never mind.
You spoke too soon. Tommy Jackson with a 20-yard reception. That's going to be a first down. It's seeming like these defenses just maybe they made a pact before the game, not to play.
Yeah, it looks that way. I think that this is going to be a pretty high-scoring game if these defenses continue to suck as bad as they've been sucking.
Handoff there to Dixon Butts. Dixon Butts gonna slam it in there for a gain of 6. Not a great average, but you know, you just got to pound away.
You know, I got a feeling I'm gonna be seeing a lot of Dixon Butts tonight.
I have a feeling as well, probably more than I've seen in a while.
When it comes to Dixon Butts, it's not about the quality; it's about the quantity.
And that's the end of the first
with
quarter.
Experience. End of the first quarter. That's going to be tied 7-7 here between the two Kitty Cat teams, the Tigers and the Bearcats. Bearcats have it just outside of the red zone, tickling the red zone. That's going to put them inside the red zone there. Down to about the 15-yard pass to Nick Hayes. Nice reception there. These nuts, you know, for this Tigers defense, what did they have to adjust to put the clamps down and start getting stops?
Well, right now, they're mixing it up really well. NATIs are mixing it up really well, and Memphis just doesn't seem to have an answer for it. If they gotta start getting a little bit better pressure on the quarterback. Look at this time, how much time he had right there. Well, when you take that long, you're going to get a sack. But they need to be able to get to that quarterback a little bit faster because they're giving Buster Cherry all day long.
And they must have been listening to this broadcast here because he got the sack right there, slamming him down to the ground. I hope he's okay there. This current drive is 56 yards and 11 plays. Not bad at all. But this is a 2nd 18 now that pushed him back to the 20-yard line. Buster Cherry is going to look, and that's going to be a short dump off.
There we go. That's the defense I expect to see out of Memphis. And they how we felt their snatch didn't even know what hit them. And so they got to hold them to a field goal here. Memphis needs to hold them here. They got to bear down. No pun intended.
3rd and 16 is going to be a handoff. He's going to stiff arm man, but that's not going to be enough.
That is the slowest run by Dixon Butts. He must be a bit constipated because I have not seen Dixon run that slow this entire game. He's out of energy. He must be gassed. I guess the Butts got gas, if you know what I mean.
What was your thoughts on that play calling there on the end of that drive, Coach Klein?
I wouldn't have gone with a run play at that point. I would have definitely gone with the pass. Because you can pick up more yards with the pass most of the time if you're throwing it further downfield than you are than running it. However, it's nice to see one of the defenses finally step up and get a quote-unquote stop, if you will.
The defense has made it up, but not the special teams defense. There's going to be a clipping call that's going to pull it back, but that was an excellent return there. Clayton McFadden, Clayton. I don't know why I got the Clayton part. I'm just adding things left and right here. 1st and 10. That's going to go back from a great return to being stuck inside your own 15. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. He's going to fake the handoff. He's going to throw it across the middle of the field. It's going to be caught, and he's going to be tackled down. Joseph Lawson with the 7-yard reception. Decent. So for Memphis, do they need to switch it up or just stick with what's been working for them?
Well, right now, nothing's been working for them. So, but I guess if you got to determine something that maybe they can do, it's that pass game. Because right now, as you just saw, as Stonefly Rush had a rush for -4 yards, their rushing game isn't doing too much of anything. So the only thing they got going for them right now is the pass game. And so you don't want to become one-dimensional, but it looks like right now that's all they got.
Yes, Memphis has not done too good on this drive so far, only netting 3 yards. I'm sure Coach Klein would not approve of that yardage total because you're trying to get 10 yards. As that throw's going to be out of bounds. Coach Klein, that's not what you wanted to see on a third down, is it?
No, generally you want to throw it to a receiver, not to the sidelines. That makes no sense to me.
I have to agree with that. These nuts. Do you see any logic in Memphis's play calling right now?
I'm not quite sure what they were thinking. It looks like he just threw the ball to nobody. That was an absolutely terrible pass. I could have thrown a better pass than that with my third arm. But I'm not quite sure why they did that. Now they just gave the Natties a golden opportunity to go ahead and take a lead, take a commanding lead and go up by 10 maybe.
That's going to be a throw out to the flats. It's going to be caught, and it's going to be a good gain of 9. Nick Hayes on the reception there, slicing through the Memphis defense. Coach Klein, for the Bearcats, are you happy with where you are in this game, being up 3 points so far?
I mean, if you're going to be anywhere, you want to be up.
It's true. Nice little run here from Buster Cherry. Buster Cherry's going to find a hole and plunge through it for a gain of a couple. It's going to get a first down. Brings up 1st and 10 here from the 26-yard line. Shotgun formation for the Bearcats. He's going to run it again. He's just going to take it himself, and Cherry's going to be tackled after a gain of 3 yards. These nuts, do you think that they need to try to push this ball down the field more, or do you like how they're just pounding the rock?
Well, I'm a big fan of pushing balls. You know what I mean? So when you mention pushing balls down the field, I would definitely agree with that. As long as they can push them down the field successfully, like that pass right there for a first down by Harry Arzak from Buster Cherry, as long as you can keep pushing. Harry Arzak. Okay, I got it now. I've got it. As long as you keep pushing the ball downfield. Great fake here by the quarterback, Buster Cherry, for the touchdown. Look at there. So, yeah, they got a great strategy going, and now they really got Memphis back on their heels.
Nice drive from the Bearcats. It's going to put them up 17-7, pending the extra point, as they take a commanding lead here in the second quarter over the Tigers. And Coach Klein, you're the Tigers coach right now. What are you telling your team?
I'm telling them, guys, I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Hey, like we talked about earlier, honesty is the best policy. Just tell your team you don't know what the heck's going on. They're going to kick it off to the goal line, and he's going to take it out from the end zone. Take it out past the 20. He has a little lane, but he's going to get tackled around the 30, 32-yard line. Freddie on the return there.
Yeah, that's a great return by Flash Freddie. He get him some pretty good starting field position, but unfortunately for Memphis, they haven't been able to move the ball. And so they've got to get something cooking here. Otherwise, they're going to be stuck if they got to punt this ball back. So they need to move the ball downfield and at least come away with a field goal.
Moving balls is extraordinarily important in this kind of game. 5 of 6 for 50 yards and touchdown is Moondoggy Trammell, excuse me. He's going to throw it again. Good pocket here, and he's going to throw it out to the flat, and that's going to be a gain of 1 for Tiger Tom. I wonder if he has any relations with the Tiger King. Well, these nuts, 2nd and 9. Who are you going to? What player?
Well, there hadn't been anybody consistent here, but if I'm looking for a player, the first person I'm going to try to get the ball to, Tiger Tom's been doing what he can. There hasn't really been anybody consistent. The only consistent one has been when Moondoggy can take off and run it. So I guess Moondoggy may have to put the team on his back.
May have to, as Trammell's going to look. He's going to throw it out to the right. That's going to be... I thought that was picked off for a second, but that's going to be incomplete. Bring it before the 9. Coach Klein, are you going to punt it here?
Yeah, you have to punt it. You're too far back to try and make something happen here.
And that was my man Izzy Gay on the defense. Izzy Gay got all up in it.
He was trying to get to the back side of the defense, but really just couldn't make it there. So there's going to be another flag. Oh my goodness! I think that's the 5th flag so far. It's going to be another clipping call, this time on the Bearcats.
That penalty is declined.
Izzy Gay was on the return there, gain of a couple. As the coach there doesn't seem all that upset, honestly, Coach Klein. I think he seemed like he was just having a nice chit-chat with the ref.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta talk to him and be like, "Hey, man, let's go pick up some chicks after this."
That throw on first down is going to be a gain of 8. These nuts. Do you think maybe some chicks picking up some chicks would help the Tigers' offense?
I mean, it's never done me wrong except for that one time where I had to go to the clinic. But other than that, I pretty much had, a good time picking up chicks. And so my recommendation would be to go ahead and do that. But first thing, you got to tell the team they need to come away with a victory. Otherwise, no chicks for you.
Yeah, you want to get
incentive.
you want to get the V before you get the V. You know what I'm saying?
1st and 10 here for the Bearcats. Buster Cherry's going to throw it deep. That's going to be incomplete. I think that's why those guys are on defense. These nuts, he could not catch.
Yeah, no. This Memphis defense is looking. The suck meter is going up for this Memphis defense because they've had a couple of golden opportunities to shut down Cincinnati, and they have proven consistently how much they suck.
Howie Feltersnatch with the catch there, just wide open in the middle of the defense. Now, inside the red zone is the Bearcats. They're going to go hurry up, looking into the end zone. He throws it. It's going to be picked off by the Tigers. He's going to kneel it down, and that's a great stop from the Bearcats. Not Bearcats, the Tigers. It's just what they needed. Coach Klein, what do you think the quarterback was thinking on that throw?
He was thinking, I know what I can do. Throw it to the other team.
Really not sure that's what the coach wanted him to do, but 1st and 10 anyways for the Tigers. It's going to be out of the shotgun. Good protection. He's going to throw it deep, and that's going to be caught on the boundaries. Joseph Lawson on the 17-yard reception. 1st down and 10. These nuts, it feels like the momentum is shifting just a little bit after that pick.
Well, I think that'll be good if it is, because Memphis looked like they were dead in the water a little bit earlier. So if they got 30 seconds to get down the field and get at least a field goal to make this a one-score game. So there's still time. If they can make that interception hurt, we might have a ball game.
1st and 10 here for Tigers. He's going to throw it. It's going to be 1st down and a little bit more as Joseph Lawson with another 17-yard reception. Coach Klein, what do you think about this drive so far for the Tigers?
It's actually looking quite impressive, and it was a smart use of a timeout there to make sure the clock stopped running.
That's not going to be exactly what you wanted. Get tackled and bounce, have to burn another timeout. 2nd and 4 coming out. You have one timeout left. You can stop the time, so you can use the entirety of the field on this play as long as it gets deep enough. And that wasn't deep enough. These nuts just not going to cut it.
No, you know what? And I tell you, I don't know what it's like to not be able to get it deep enough. And I can't identify with what he just did. But they have got to find a way to push the balls downfield. There's a pass downfield. They're out of time.
The ball's deep right there, but it's going to be too late. Except for that, the timeout. It looked like the defense was trying to hold up the guys to the time, so they couldn't call the timeout. What did you see there, Klein?
I saw that they were trying to keep him from kicking this field goal, but it didn't work out, and there was an injury on the drive there. There was a little contusion. Somebody got an owie.
Well, I hope they can get a Band-Aid, maybe one of those the Explorer Band-Aids on the sideline. You're all fixed up. This return is going to get out to the 32, but it doesn't matter whatsoever as Izzy Gay is going to trot to your right of the screen. It's going to be 17-10. Halftime Cincinnati is up. One of these teams is going to get a win, and one of these teams isn't. Stick around for the second half to find out who that's going to be as you see the blimp above the stadium and a Nissan car doing a very realistic drift. And that definitely wasn't a CGI car. Coach Klein, what do you think of that first half there? What's your take?
Well, I mean, NATI was definitely not playing like the number 23 team. They were definitely playing a lot better. But Coach Pooper Rogers was definitely leading his team into the pooper, and he's definitely going for number 2 here.
D's Nuts, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really, really impressed that as bad as Memphis has sucked this entire game, they're only down by a touchdown. So it's still anybody's game at this point. And so if you look at these numbers here, neither team has shined, but Cincinnati dominated the time of possession here, and so I'm just kind of surprised that they're only up by by 7 points, but that one turnover really hurt them. It ended up giving up a field goal. So anybody's game. Let's see. This is a game of who sucks less. Let's see who wins.
That interception you're talking about there really swung. It was a 10-point swing most likely, as it went from what could have been 24-7 halftime to 17-10. As Tigers are going to get the ball first, they're going to see how they can do on the offense with the ball, as that's going to get out to about the 30, as most of these returns do. And the 25. Just tickling the nose of the football. It's tickling 25. It's coming out, and great formation here. And he's going to run it right side, and he's going to have a lane, and he has one man to beat, tosses him off, and falls out of bounds. That's Willie Luke on the turn. They're going to go for a hurry up now. Coach Klein, do you think they run it here, throw it, or do they try to score some points?
I mean, it looks like they're sticking with the run here, and that was pretty good. I mean, if you can't beat that guy, you want to at least toss him off. But either way, he's coming to get you. And if I could just refer back to what Coach These Nuts had just said earlier, I believe my ex-wife was the one that won the game of Who Sucks Less, which is why she's my ex-wife.
Well, we said we'd tell nothing but the truth tonight. As that run is going off from the right side once again, and he has one man to beat, breaks a tackle down inside the 10, down to the 5. Memphis finding the running game down. These Nuts, what do you think about this this hard running here from the Tigers on this drive?
Well, I'm really impressed by Willie Luke, man, and I'm surprised they didn't use him in the first half at all. I think maybe they were saving him for the second half, and let's see how well this pays off, because it sounds like he's fresh now, and if he can stay fresh and punch this ball in, Willie Luke is gonna be on fire. So far, he's got 4 rushes for 75 yards, and
injury.
Yeah, I believe he just got injured there.
Well, sucks to be him.
He sucks less. He sucks the most, as Adam Lott, the third-string running back, is going to plunge that one in for the touchdown, and they're an extra point away from tying this game up. Memphis really switching the momentum around that pick. Now a touchdown. Coach Klein, if you're a cheerleader for Memphis, what are you thinking right now?
That I'm going to take care of these guys tonight.
Looking back at the chat, see who's watching this game. We got, of course, Access Sports, another is Abbott, Costello, another TV viewer, Bob Funk, Bo Martin Jr., Candy East, Coach Craven, Crazy Canuck, Dave Axis, I keep saying the late, the great, David Leathers, Doug Britton, Eagle Mandavi, Goals Official. Wow, we got some cross-platform support here. I'm guessing that's Krieg, Gunny McGuire, Kay, Axpis, whatever your name is, Ladybug, Lone Star Glory, Backer Fred, and Swag Muffin 64. We appreciate every single one of you for watching this game, as that pass can go for a first down. These Nuts, I really think that they knew who was in the chat tonight, and they're trying to put on a good performance for these guys.
Yeah, it really I tell you what, Memphis has really turned things around here, and I think Cincinnati is really trying to stick with it. But it turns out to be a really good game, just like we knew in the beginning. And I'm really glad that Adam Lott was able to get in the end zone on that last play for Memphis. That I'm sure that'll do his uncle really proud. Me and his uncle used to play ball back in the day. His uncle Ronnie Lott, yeah. So we go way back, and I'm glad to see Adam get the touchdown.
It looks like the other running back, because that pass can go over the middle for first down for Brandon Allen, but Memphis' other running back we were talking about, Luke, it looks like he's out for the game with a strained pectoral. He was pounding a little too hard there on that last drive, and it cost him this game. Is that first down for the Bearcats? Coach Klein, this drive for both these offenses looked to come alive in the second half. Do you think this is an illusion, or is this reality?
Well, it's a video game, sir. It's a real illusion.
It's a video game? What? I thought this was real life. I'm a little bit at a loss for words now. These Nuts, I don't know what to say. I thought this was real life.
Yeah, well, that means you got some personal problems you need to address there, buddy.
Oh, we don't have time to get into those. 3rd and 1 here for the Bearcats. That's going to go out of bounds and bring up a short 3rd down and 1. See if they can pound this in with Buster Cherry maybe on the run, or they're going to hand it off. It's going to be a handoff, and he's going to get the first down. That's Dixon Butts for the first down. Good run there from Butts.
So Cincinnati's looking pretty good right now. Looks like they might put some more points on the board.
That's, I think, their hope. I think their hope is to get more points than the other team, but that's just my theories here. 1st and 10 here for the Bearcats. Looks like they're going to throw it. He's going to do a little shoulder fake, a little shimmy, trying to impress the cheerleaders. Throw it out to the right side. That's going to be a gain of 2. What do you think about that, D-Snot? Do you think that impressed the cheerleaders there? That little shoulder fake? Maybe doing a little tango?
All that little hot dogging mess that these youngsters do, you know what I mean? I don't really understand all that hot dogging. You know, I don't work with the hot dogs. I'm a sausage man. I like to work with sausage, you know, that's all I know. But hot dogging is all right as long as you score, and he didn't score.
You heard it here first, folks. These Nuts wants the sausage.
No, These Nuts has the sausage, buddy. Get it right.
Well, 1st and goal here for Bearcats. It's going to be a handoff. And no, Buster Cherry's going to keep it, and he's going to find the end zone. That's a touchdown, 23-17. Bearcats take the lead once again. And Memphis has to once again go down the field to try to score a touchdown because they, want to win the game. Coach Klein, what did you think of that drive?
That was pretty impressive, and Buster Cherry really popped it right there.
He did indeed. He needed that extra oomph to get in that end zone right there, and he had it. As those fans, I don't know. I don't think they're getting any of those cheerleaders to go home with them tonight.
I just want to know why. I just want to know why those letters spell sin.
That's a good question. I don't have an answer for you either. As we're getting some highlights here from earlier in the game, we had that touchdown from Bearcats, that slant touchdown to tie it back up from Memphis. Then obviously the run from Buster Cherry earlier in the game puts it up 17-7. Then we had the pick in the end zone, field goal, and then the touchdown we just saw, and that's how we got here. It's 24-17 here on the All-American Coaching League on Twitch. This running back is going to get thrown to the ground. Stonefly rush. Really, Coach Klein, I think the backups are doing better than the starters tonight when it comes to running backs from Memphis.
Yeah, it looked like they had it figured out on the last drive with the strong set, but now they're just sticking with their passing game, and I think they need to go back to that strong running set.
Smokey Joe caught that heater on the slant for a first down. It's going to bring him up close to midfield. Moon Doggy Trammell, 12 of 15 so far in the game. Hasn't been fantastic, hasn't done anything terrible. He's going to look back over at his coach and make sure he's doing the right thing. And hand it back off for a gain of -1. Matt Stanford on the
at this point, you got to start questioning Stonefly Rush, because when the backups were in the game, their running game seems to be better, but Stonefly seems to be dragging them down here. So now they're going to have to go back to the air.
Stonefly is running a little bit like he has cinder blocks on his legs tonight. Maybe some stones in his pocket. As Tiger Tom's going to catch that one for gain of 5. I don't know what you saw there, if you saw it there, Coach Klein, but I think Stonefly is 5 for 2 yards. Is that what you want out of your running back?
No, you definitely want more yards and more touchdowns.
That's why we have you here, for insights like that. Insights you can only get here on Twitch and the All-American Coaching League. 3rd and 6 here, big third down for the Memphis Tigers, and he's going to throw the slam. That's a first down. Big play there. To Kevin Wall, his 3rd catch of the game. They're going to go the hurry up here. These Nuts, you liking what you've seen from this drive?
Yeah, I really do, and it's good to see Kevin Wall getting the game. He's been trying to get out of the shadow of his cousin, who's a basketball player, John. And so, Kevin's trying to make a name for himself here in college football, and he's going to be great. Kevin Wall.
Here in the AACL, you can be whoever you want to be. As that throw is going to be off to the side and it's going to be dropped. Oh my goodness. That was, man, he must have been looking at the cheerleaders or something, because that was a rough drop. 3rd and 10 here for Memphis. Going with that heavy set again, but I think you're going to have to pass it here. Looking across the middle, he has a man. Is he going to get to the first down? He cannot. That's going to be 4th and inches. Stonefly rush is going to be stoned inches short. They're going to have to kick it here. Coach Klein, what's your opinion of Stonefly so far in this game?
A stonefly is too heavy. You definitely want more something like just a regular zipper fly or a button fly.
That's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. Score is 24-20. Cincinnati Bearcats are up. That's why they had sin painted on their chest there. These nuts is they're actually Cincinnati. Where's this natty business coming from? Memphis is going to kick it down to the Tigers. I did say they could be whoever they wanted to be. I guess they just wanted to make up new names for themselves. Just going to get out to the 20-yard line. Harry Oskrak couldn't get much more. These nuts. What do you? If you're national, Cincinnati, Bearcats, whatever you want to call these guys, what are you going to do on this drive?
The national Cincinnati Bearcats. I love it, buddy. I love it. Hey, listen. So what they got to do right now, if they can go ahead and put the icing on the cake right now, if they can get a 7-point score, I don't believe Memphis has the power to come back from it. However, if Memphis can hold these guys and get the ball back, look for Memphis to try to get that passing game going. So Cincinnati, Natty, whatever you want to call them, like you want to call them, can go ahead and put it away if they can get a score.
I agree with that. Coach Klein, you said earlier that the team who scored more points and did better in the game was going to win. Do you still agree with that?
Yes, and right now it does not look like it's going to be the Memphis Wipers. It looks like it's going to be the Cincinnati Bears.
I think that's about a great way to sum up these teams. Hey, I mean, they're switching their first name. Why can't they switch their last name too? 2nd and 6 coming up here. Buster Cherry's just going to chuck it out into the stands. I don't see the logic behind that one, these nuts.
Yeah, and I don't know. Maybe he was trying to score some brownie points with a cheerleader by throwing her the ball, but I can't see it. I hope he gets some out of it.
3rd and 6. Buster Cherry's going to load. Don't know what he was doing on that one, but it didn't work, whatever it was. That's going to bring 4th and 6 here, and they're going to have to punt it away. Coach Klein.
Now they got to get the ball back.
Coach Klein, Memphis, getting lucky, getting the ball back. Now, Memphis, is your plan here? Do you want to get big chunks of yards? Do you want to get small chunks of yards? What are you going for here?
Well, you want to get all of the yardage. You want to get to the end zone.
I'm not quite sure that they've been informed of that strategy yet, as this is going to be a handoff to Clay McFadden. That's going to be 6 yards. Bring him 2nd and 4. Go for the hurry up. 4 minutes left in this game. National Cincinnati Bearcats lead 24-20 here. This is going to do the exact same play, except this time the quarterback holds onto it and did not work nearly as good, these nuts.
Yeah, I don't believe Memphis wants to win this game. Just from looking at it, they've been trying to give it away the whole game. And I got very little, I got very little doubt that Memphis is going to give this game away.
Access Live giving us a nice flash, just to remind us that oh, only we saw that. Okay, never mind. Dave is flashing us up here in the booth. 1st and 10. We're going to be a handoff here to one of the running backs. He's going to dodge and weed and stonefly rush. He must have heard some of us talking up here, because that was a nice, decent run right there.
Yeah, that's the best run of the day for stonefly. I guess maybe his stones had dropped a little bit, and now he can move.
Going to be 2nd and 1 here. Lots of time. He's going to throw it across the middle. It's going to be caught. Took a big hit, Smokey Joe did, but he held on to that. 1st and 10 here. Going to go up the hurry up. Ball's just outside the 30 here. Just over 3 minutes left.
One thing I noticed, it does look like Memphis seems to move a little bit better when they do that hurry up. I saw the same thing in the first half when they did the hurry up. Now they're in the hurry up again. Maybe they need to stick with it because they seem to move the ball pretty well.
Well, somebody traveled there, so they lost 5 yards there. That didn't work very well.
Now traveling's when you that's when you touch the soccer ball, right?
That's when you do something that you're not supposed to do.
That's right.
No, traveling is when you get the red card put up, isn't it?
It might be. This is going to be a challenge here. I think he got that down. I think he got that in bounds right there. What do you think, Coach Klein? Was that in bounds?
I did see 2 feet on the ground, but I was looking at the ground and not at his hands, to be honest with you.
Well,
Play
that's fine if you
stance.
saw 2. But he only needs 1. So if you saw 2, then I think we're in good hands, like Allstate.
Even the NFL would call that a catch. 1st and 10 here. They're going to hand it off. And he's going to get tackled. Stonefly rush. Went sideways on that play. I think he was just trying to get into the stands, go home.
That was Adam Lott there.
I don't know where he thought he was going. He was just running like he was in quicksand some part.
Yeah, he didn't get a lot.
I see what you did.
The quarterback looking over to the cheerleaders, seeing how they're doing. Just going to throw it into the end zone. And it worked. Did it work? No, it didn't. It's going to be knocked away. 3rd and 8 coming up. Good defense from the National Cincinnati of Ohio Bearcats.
And they need this 1st down here, but if they don't get it, I'll be honest, I'm going for it on 4th if it's my team.
3rd and 8 here. Under pressure, he cannot get it away. Moondoggy Trammell's going to be injured on that play. We hope he's okay. Hope he's. It looked like maybe a mid-body injury there. We don't want to speculate, but these nuts. I just hope he's okay. Odd call here to go for the field goal. Do you feel like that's the right call to go here?
Yeah, no, I just said a moment ago that no, I thought they should go for it on 4th down. If Cincinnati can get any kind of sustained drive, this game is over. So they're gonna. All Cincinnati has to do is maximize their clock usage, and I believe they should be able to run this clock out.
That is a bold strategy for the Memphis Vipers to score less points to try and win.
It is bold. I think it's a bold strategy from from Moondoggy Trammell to sit on the sideline with faking a shoulder injury and try to win that way, as well as the National University of Cincinnati, Ohio Technical Institute Bearcats throw a 2-yard pass on 1st down. Just going to bring 2nd and 8.
Looks like the Memphis Vipers are putting on a nice defensive show at the moment.
They are. I think Cincinnati needs to really try to get a 1st down here, but it doesn't seem like they're doing that.
Yeah, and I gotta say, I gotta update my internal rule book here because I forgot that the clock stops in college football. Excuse me, I'm in the wrong sport.
We were talking about traveling.
Yeah, we were. And so now the clock stopped, and now it's 4th down, and they got to give the ball back to Memphis, and Memphis is going to have a chance to win this game with a field goal or a touchdown.
Memphis gets the ball back. 2 minutes to go. 1 timeout. Obviously, clock stops. After 1st down, see the yardage there. Cincinnati started so good in the 1st half and it's really dwindled here in the 2nd half. They just don't have that lasting power to go deep into this game.
Yeah, you mentioned 2 key words there. You mentioned lasting and going deep. And I tell you, if you can't last and you can't go deep, then
my goodness! Sorry to interrupt you there, but somehow he got out of that tackle and he got down the sideline.
Yeah, Freddie flashed something there. He got going.
I thought he was down.
They need to make this one hurt here. They need a touchdown and they need to go for 2 if they get it.
1st down and 10. Red zone report. This team's 100% in the red zone so far in this game. As this pass, this is the backup quarterback looking for the end zone. He's trying to make a name for himself. That's going to be just short of the end zone. You're going to mark it down at about the 1 and a 5th.
William Williams. He was the guy that fought for Scotland's freedom, right?
I think so. He's going to run it, and that's going to be a touchdown. Memphis takes the lead. The backup quarterback comes in. Williams, he freed Scotland. Now he frees Memphis from their losing ways. Takes the lead 29-24 with 1:36 left in this game.
If I'm Memphis, I'm going for 2 here. You need to go for 2 so you can make it a 7-point lead. First lead of the game.
This is, yeah.
And they're going to go for 2. It looks like Moondoggy Trammell's back in the game for the 2-point conversion, and he can't do it. I think they need to bench him. Put in William Williams.
William Williams had the momentum. There was no reason to bring in Moondoggy, and I think that's what cost him the 2-point because William Williams' legs is definitely better.
Coach Klein, what do you think of that move? Benching William Williams after he saved the drive.
Yeah, that was not smart. And there's a saying by a national broadcaster, Steve Zabin. If a touchdown is what will beat you, then a touchdown will beat you. So we'll see what happens here.
That's more wise words from our very own Mr. Coach Klein. As it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bearcats, who now are all of a sudden trailing. Buster Cherry trying to throw the screen here. He's going to throw it to Dixon Butts, and Dixon Butts had no one touching him. 26 yards down the sideline, 1st down.
He got right through that hole.
Yes, he did. 26 yards. That's exactly how you want to start this drive. Hitman Thomas on the tackle. Now, if you're Memphis, you really don't want to see that, do you, Coach Klein?
No, you definitely don't want to see the other team score when that will give the other team the lead.
Yes,
yeah, unfortunately for them, unfortunately for Memphis, NATI isn't even going, oh, we got an interception.
Intercepted from Memphis. That's the 2nd turnover of the game, and that might do it. Buster Cherry busting in the biggest moment of the game. William Williams might be the hero of this one.
Yeah, when you intercept the ball like that, that takes it away from the other offense and gives it to your team.
Important things to know is this is going to be a run here. They're putting Williams. Is that William Williams back in the game? Nope, that's Moondoggy Trammell. He wants to take all the credit, but Cincinnati, 2 timeouts left. They're going to run. That's a 1st down and more. 1st down the sideline, down inside the 35-yard line, 24 yards from new Moondoggy Trammell, and that's now 2 timeouts burnt from the Cincinnati Bearcats. One more play really does it here, and they're going to get a 1st down inside the 20. That should do it.
Fantastic game. Fantastic game. Memphis was able to pull this one out of their butt cracks, I tell you.
They were able to get out of Dixon Butts and get it into their hole.
Congratulations to Memphis winning the Suck Bowl here this Tuesday night. Coach Klein, who's your player of the game in this one?
Well, I'm going to go with William Williams. That was an impressive way for them to come back and take the lead for the win.
I agree with that. How about you, D's Nuts? Who do you feel is the hero player of the game?
That's a great choice, William Williams, but I got to go with the running back who came into the game. He only rushed 4 times, but he rushed 4 times for 75 yards. And his name is escaping me right now. I think he smoked too much weed, but that's the guy I want from. That's the guy I think it should be.
Yes, I'm blanking on his name too. It was Williams.
Luke.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, Luke. That's
Luke. Yes, it was Luke. That's going to be the final 29-24 here. Memphis wins it. Behind the back of William Williams' legs. Great game all the way through. A lot better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be an absolute trash fest from the beginning, but these teams managed to impress me. Congratulations to Freddie getting his first win. And congratulations to the Bearcats for, if they were playing golf, they'd be great.
For sucking less than we thought they would. How about that?
That's a good way to put it. They suck less than we thought they would. Looking through these stats, 420 yards of offense. That's just fantastic for Memphis. What were you going to say, Coach Klein?
I think I was going to say I think Memphis really took that we suck to heart and turned it around, and then they got that 420, which made them relax a little bit.
Yeah. 1,000 yards of offense. That's really impressive from 2 teams we thought were the suckiest of the suckers.
Well, what that tells me is that both of these defenses really need to do some work, because the offenses didn't look that great. And for 527 or 537 yards and 523 respectively off of these 2 teams, I think that says less about the offenses and more about these poor defenses. So they need to get these 2 together. But for now, Memphis is going to go ahead and celebrate like it's 1999.
Why not 1969? I mean, at this point, looking at some of these stats, obviously the defense really didn't do much outside of those 2 picks. Don't go away after this game. There's yet more All-American Coaching League action after this. After this, we got Indiana and Old Dominion coming up. Indiana, obviously coming off a loss. Old Dominion coming off a win against these very own Cincinnati Bearcats. So don't go away. We got plenty more greatly above average football content tonight. And honestly, I think Izzy Gay really was a disappointment for me, guys.
Yeah, he was pretty straight there. It just it wasn't a very curved line at all. It was pretty straight.
I couldn't say it better myself. These nuts. I really, I think Memphis, they started out slow. Do you think this is a flash in the pan for this team? Do you think that they're just good against bad teams, or do you think that they're going to surprise us now in the next few weeks?
Well, you want me to be honest, or you want me to be a commentator, or you want me to be honest? Well, I'll tell you what, I
We've
ain't
been
gonna
honest the
give that.
entire game.
Well, I can't help it. So here's the thing. Memphis is pretty bad right now, okay? They ran up against a team that was even worse. Could they use this as a building block? Quite possibly. I don't expect them to dominate many more teams. There's a couple teams that I see that Memphis could probably beat. I would say that this could be a potentially step in the right direction. However, don't expect them to go on a win streak.
I agree with that. As William Williams with a 347 passer rating, absolutely fantastic. That's going to be your final here, 29-24. We're going to see our scorecard, see the highlights of this game, see. We're getting information from our production staff that Moondoggy Trammell did a great job spreading the ball around. Everyone got a little love. 9 different receivers caught the ball. As you can see those stats, Memphis won the first downs and rushing yards. Cincinnati came away with the passing yards. Memphis won the turnover battle and time possession battle. And if you win those 2, you usually win the game.
Yeah,
You know,
that's true, and that's another thing. Another reason why I thought it was so important. What Luke did is he came in the game and he had 75 out of their 165 rushing yards on 4 carries, and I think that was a really big impact that he made in this game, and he went a long way to helping Memphis get the victory.
And Coach Klein, I mean, you called it perfectly. The team that scored more points won the game. Honestly, I don't think you've ever been wrong.
no, I'm usually right when it comes to that, and it took that extra 21 seconds there, 22 seconds to make that difference.
Buster Cherry and Ben Dover, the 2 stars for Cincinnati. Moondoggy Trammell and Dude Solstrom are the 2 stars of the game for Memphis. Both these teams played well, but it ended up being the Memphis Tigers who finished strong, and the Cincinnati Bearcats who came up lackluster.
Yeah,
I don't
Ben
think
Do-
I've never seen any Tigers in Memphis. They might have to rethink that.
Ben Dover
Going
really
on.
did, and he took it from that offense all day long.
Our next game we have coming up is Indiana and Old Dominion. We mentioned before Indiana coming off that loss to UCF. They lost 22-21 in a heartbreaker. UCF scored 13 points in the 4th quarter to win that game. Old Dominion, after losing week 1, they beat the Bearcats 24-17 in a game where it was pretty close. Actually, sorry, not Georgia State, not Old Dominion. Their logos look the same. Come on. Old Dominion. Oh yeah, Old Dominion just got their butt slapped. The Zips beat them 34-7. So they're trying not to do that again. For Indiana, you got Chad Rowland, the athletic director, head coach Rocco McLovin. On Old Dominion, you got athletic director Chuck D and head coach Clint Harris. And guys, what do you think about these 2 teams? I'll start with you, Coach Klein. We'll start with you on Indiana. Both these teams coming off of losses. What do you think about Indiana in this game? Their pro style. Do you think it's going to be important for them to have a lot of yards in this game?
Yes, it is definitely important to have a lot of yards, but not only that, to score a lot of points. And Indiana is actually a very impressive team. They're a lot better than what their record suggests. In fact, I think these 2 rankings should be switched Indiana should be number 8, and ODU should be number 10. But I think Old Dominion gets the number 8 nod because they've got the lead singer from Public Enemy as their athletic director, and that's unfair. I mean, star power just to get the extra points in the ranking, that's just not fair.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. These nuts are going over to Old Dominion. What do you see when you look at that team? Anything stick out to you?
Well, yeah, that Clint Torres sticks out to me. You know what I mean? And I tell you what, if Clint Torres can go up and down, and he can stay up and he can find the right stroke. If Clint Torres can find the right stroke, expect Clint Torres to go off. You understand what I mean? So I think we're in for a big game from ODU because I think Clint Torres is about to go off.
Can be a little bit touchy there for ODU trying to find that sweet spot, but when they do, oh man. Some of the key players of this game on Indiana, you got George and Luke, and for ODU you got Brian and Jeremy. We're just gonna give up on the last names, but with that, I'm here and we're ready to get down to the game. We'll turn it back over to Dave Axis, who's gonna call this game. I'm sorry to y'all in the chat who has to listen to him. I mean, congratulations, you get to listen to Dave Axis. Up next for Indiana,
Late great Dave Axis.
number 8 ODU.
The late great Dave Axis. I don't know how I keep dying here all the time, but thanks for that. Great call, you guys. Entertaining as always from the three of you. I appreciate you guys, and what a great game that was. So thanks for calling that game. We've got another great game on tap right now, everybody, where we have 2 top 10 teams going to be on the field, and we got some top 10 people in the booth as well. Joining me is none other than Coach Craven as my color commentator tonight. Coach, what's going on? How you doing, bud?
I'm doing great. It's Tuesday night college football in America. What can be better than that?
Exactly. That's exactly right. And I think Bob Funk is Bob Funk our third tonight?
I believe he's supposed to be.
Is he here or not? I don't have the I don't have it up right now because I'm trying to get this game.
I do not see him in the booth.
Okay.
No.
Is there anybody else in the booth with us?
Mr. Coach Klein's still here.
Okay. We'll figure this out when as we get going here momentarily. In the meantime, though, Coach, why don't you give us your kind of breakdown in this game with these 2 top 10 teams? Old Dominion, formerly number 1, dropping 7 spots after, to be honest with you, a butt whooping by Akron. And then Indiana playing some 500 ball, but looking impressive in both their games.
Well, no disrespect to Old Dominion, but I actually kind of agree with Mr. Coach Klein's statement in earlier that these 2 ratings probably should be switched, and it's just because of the results of the last game. Indiana played, I believe it was Central Florida. I mean, they lost late in a barn burner of a game, and Old Dominion just really came out flat. Now, what we'd seen from them earlier in the preseason, that wasn't Old Dominion, and they looked like the number 1 team in week 1 and everything else. So, it's only 2 points in the ratings, two spots in the ratings. It doesn't matter that much. But I don't expect to see the same game from Old Dominion this week. Last week, somebody gave them some funky brownies or something. They just came out bad. And we're going to get a good game today, either way. No, I don't think so. If you can't play in 46 degrees, you're not really a football player. That's almost perfect. You don't get too hot, too cold, and this is just fantastic weather for a football game. Oh yeah, I'm sure he's feeling good. I wouldn't know what it feels like since my team is currently defeated, as they say, but we'll get there. Uh, Maybe. Yeah. They are, and it is a drawback to a running offense where you've got your quarterback as part of that. You need to be deep at that position, or else you're going to have trouble. Because the fact is, the guys are just going to get blasted once in a while, and they're not typically used to it. So oh really? Oops.
Welcome, everybody, to Norfolk, Virginia. Apparently, my mic was muted that entire time, so you missed my entire pregame talk about Freddie Trammell getting his first victory, the weather here in Norfolk being 43 degrees, and the other thing. So you got half the conversation from Coach, but apparently I don't know how to unmute myself. I was muted, bro. I don't even know what to say about that. But let's kick things off here in Norfolk. It's a nice 46 degrees. Clear skies with a little bit of wind, so very similar conditions to the first game. His 49 is kicking him in the butt right there, Coach. Did you see that? I can't believe they didn't throw a flag on that.
Yeah, it was giving him the business. I don't know what's going on with that. The ref's asleep here.
Well, Indiana already playing dirty, but, I mean, would you expect anything less from a team run by Rocco McLevin and that crew over there?
You know, you don't want to profile a person because profiling is wrong. But yes, I wouldn't expect anything less.
Yeah, Vag Unitas, the quarterback keeper, for a 6-yard rush. You got to love when the Vag goes right up the middle, Coach.
Yeah, if it goes anywhere else, you probably need to see a doctor. But otherwise, that was fantastic.
Hey, yo. This time he actually draws the defender in. Beautiful pitch. And this guy is going to be gone. Oh, he gets Dusty Coles, gets caught up from behind. Coach, that's one of your most favorite plays in all of football.
Yes, it really is, and I don't know why anyone would dispute it. It's just beautiful. If that receiver had peeled off and done something other than just look pretty, we might be celebrating a touchdown right now.
I'm shocked that Dusty Coles, who is a 90 speed in this game, was even caught from behind, to be honest with you. So whoever caught him must have some serious wheels.
Yeah, that was a highly motivated defender, I'm going to say.
Oh, you know what? My bad. I forgot. Peanut Slaughter was supposed to join us tonight. Oh, as Dusty Cole. Is that Dusty Coles? Hurt already?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, it is.
Wow. So, and that's not even a quarterback. I forgot to mention, Peanut Slaughter had some stuff come on tonight. He was supposed to be our third wheel, so he will not be joining us tonight, unfortunately, but he'll be back on a broadcast later this week. And before... Coach Klein, did you still want to say something, or did you want to say something before the game started?
No, what I had to say was irrelevant to what's going on currently on the field.
All right, sorry about that, bro. I just saw your message right now. I was trying to get the game set up. Well, here come the Monarchs. First and goal at the 6 or 7, and I don't know if that's a false start, Coach, or offsides.
False start.
Oh, looks like false start. I didn't see it. I just saw the guy jump, but like a false start. That's disappointing.
Sometimes when you jump on offense, it is a false start.
Sometimes, they really got to clarify that rule, I think, a little bit. Little screen pass right out to the left side to Brian Morton for a 12-yard touchdown. Coach, I mean, there wasn't even anybody over there guarding him.
That was fantastic, and the receiver must have heard me talking smack about him because he actually got a block downfield. Well, not downfield, but nonetheless, without that block, that play doesn't happen.
I think he did hear you. I think I think I saw his middle finger go up as he was making that block to you, Coach.
Yeah, well, I got one right back for him. Here you go, Diva.
There you go. Well, Old Dominion looking a little more like the Old Dominion of the preseason in Week 1 and not as much as the Old Dominion of Week 2. Dusty Coles is out for the entire game with a torn pectoral. Coach, that's got to be devastating to this Monarchs team that's just trying to get back on track.
Yeah, that's boy, that is not going to help him at all. Nice.
And look at Roland.
Is this a hell of a running back? But,
yeah, he is. And I'm sorry, that was Chad Roland, not Roland from Central Michigan. Chad Roland, the number 1 wide receiver for Indiana, with a impressive 60-something yard return. And they're going to go for it. They're not messing around, Coach. They're like, oh, you can score? Well, we can score too. They're trying to push it downfield quickly.
Yeah, they're trying to matriculate just like Old Dominion did, but I don't know what happened there. That guy was wide open, but he missed him.
Hey, one of the things that I was muted for was when I read the names of people that were in the chat. So after this play, I will do that again. Handoff, inside handoff up the middle to George Taliaferro. Abba Costello, another TV viewer, Bob Funk, Bo Martin Jr., Candy Yes, Coach Craven, Commander Root, Dave Axis, David Leathers, Eagle Mondavi, Goals Official, Goals. Good to see the hockey team or the hockey league in here. As they're going for it all, Coach, they're going to try to tie it up. Great reception, hard hit, but Lonnie Dickshot holding on to the ball.
Yeah, it looked like they caught him. I don't know if that was a broken coverage or what, but the safety was very late getting over.
That was about that was about the third time Antoine Randall is slinging the ball downfield. As he goes to the sideline, that's in there. Thad Grant, real quick, let me finish up the chat. Goals Official, Gunny McGuire, Cacsips06, Ladybug ×3, Lone Star Glory, and Packer Fred. Coach, Indiana's responding well.
They are. That first missed throw didn't look good, but since then they've responded quite well. That play notwithstanding. I love the contrast in styles here. Old Dominion all spread and Indiana with that pro-style offense, so they'll win almost anything.
Yeah, I mean, if this is any indication, halfway through the first quarter and potentially the second score already, we're in for a barn burner. As Antoine Randall L. pretty much has the entire side of the field to himself for a 5-yard touchdown run. He looked like he was about to get sacked maybe. He got out of there and made the great play, Coach.
Yeah, that was a nice scramble. And then I don't know why both of those defensive backs, I get it. If they come up to get him, he probably flips it over their heads to the receiver, and they were frozen and didn't make a play.
If I could interject here, I believe they run a pro-style offense because they pay their players.
You know what? That sounds just like Indiana, doesn't it? From the goal line. Now, Dusty Coles is usually the return man. It's now going to be the backup returner, Randy Johnson, for a 22-yard return. Clint Torres, his buddy, Lone Star Glory, in the chat, talking about Dusty going down, calling bullshit, saying axis sliders are in effect. And apparently he made fun of my hat. I don't actually remember you making fun of my hat, unless you're talking about long time ago. And either way, if you can't protect your player, that's on you, bro, not on me. I don't know what to tell you. All right, from the shotgun, the Vag checking his wristband for the play. Nice little screen pass over. That's normally Dusty Coles, but that's the backup right there, too. And that's going to go to Charlie Moore for a 16-yard reception. That was a very fast play, Coach.
And when you catch it in stride like that, he had a lot of room to go. We're talking about Dusty Coles, and obviously that is a big loss, but they've still got the Vag. The Vag looked like an MVP-type player in the preseason. Mm-hmm. I don't, hey, Old Dominion, they can handle this.
Yep, and look at that. Right on cue, as you talk about how great he was in the preseason, he rushes for another maybe 15 yards on a quarterback keeper. Coach Klein, are you going to stick around with us for this broadcast?
Yeah, I'll hang out with you.
Okay, perfect. 4-receiver wide set, halfback going in motion from the shotgun. The Vag is going to keep it because you saw the defensive end go down on the ground, and Coach, the Vag saw that and took advantage of it.
Yes, he did. Honestly, I think he's probably the best dual threat quarterback we have in our league. It's still early. The stats may not bear that out at the end of the season, but he can run and pass. Some of these guys, all they can do is run, and any throwing they get is a bonus. I just think if I'm his coach, though, I'm telling him to slide and quit sticking his
Yeah,
nose in there.
well,
Yeah.
especially
The badge is good both ways.
that's what I heard about that. Coach Klein, let me get your expertise in on here. Do you prefer a dual threat quarterback or a single threat quarterback?
I prefer a quarterback that can score points, whether that's dual or single or triple. I mean, however many the Veg can take, as long as they score points, that's what I want.
As long as you score with the Vag, that's all he cares about. Four wide receivers set again from the shotgun. This time they're going to go to the halfback right up the middle, and he gives him a get the fuck off me straight arm. And for a second, Charlie Moore, I thought that defender wasn't getting up there, Coach.
Yeah, he threw that chicken wing out there pretty hard. Charlie Moore is saying, "Hey, I'm here. Don't worry about Dusty Coles. We got the Moore."
And speak of the devil, it's not Charlie Moore. It's Brian Morton with the 15-yard. I thought that was the halfback out of the backfield, but Lone Star Glory in the chat saying the Vag is itching to score, and score the Vag did. And Old Dominion responds to Indiana, responding to them. What do you think about all these responses there, Coach Klein?
There's a lot of responses, but the only response that matters is the one that puts points on the board.
Well, all the responses in this game have put points on the board. We've had 3 drives. We've had 3 touchdowns. This is the barn burner we talked about, Coach, at the beginning.
It really is, and I love it. I love seeing 2 teams come out so clean. It's a clean game so far. Injuries and the badge notwithstanding. It's been a good game so far.
Chad Rowland with a 23-yard return. We've got 40 seconds left in the first quarter. You're seeing highlights, if you just joined us, of Old Dominion scoring, Antoine Rendell coming back, and now Old Dominion taking the lead once again. And now Indiana taking charge of their second possession of the game from their own 23.5-yard line. They're going to go 3 wide receiver set. Looks like 2 tight ends potentially. The halfback and a quick slant above to Chad Rowland there, but Coach Klein, it looked like he was coming the wrong way on that pass, or on that reception.
Yeah. Is there really any wrong way to come? I don't think there really is. And when you're on Indiana's side, you don't have the badge, so what you need is multiple tight ends.
There you go. A lot of penetration and pressure, 2 plays in a row from this Old Dominion defense there, Coach. We know Old Dominion for their offense, but their defense is looking good too.
Yes. First drive, not so much. This one, they're looking a lot better, bringing pressure here, as we see.
As soon as we say that, oh, wow, what a shoestring tackle by whoever that was on Lonnie Dickshot, or Lonnie was gone. Touchdown saving tackle for sure. And, of course, Coach, as soon as we say the Old Dominion defense is doing well, Indiana shows us that we're full of shit.
Yeah, kind of a commentator curse there, isn't it?
It really is. Lone Star Glory chatting with himself in the chat, it looks like, quite a bit this evening. I'm painting my Dusty Coles blue. Curse of the 2 Divas ill live. Anytime you see it, it's muddy for the offense. Well, let's see. I guess we'll be keeping an eye on that defense now. Hope that conversation's going well in the chat there, Lone Star Glory. Antoine Randall L to a wide open receiver, Lonnie Dickshot, and that was another get the fuck off me straight arm and an extra 5 yards, Coach. That was mean.
Yeah, even the receivers are playing physical here. You love seeing it.
I do. This time they're going to go to the fullback. Or no, that is the halfback, George Taliaferro. Coach Klein, let me bring you in here for a second. I'm having a hard time keeping up with the pace of this game.
It's a very quick game, and defense doesn't seem to have much to do here. It's just the offenses that are doing all the work.
Charles, did you change your name to ODU? I'll be here all night, folks. All right, that's the end of the first quarter. Old Dominion up 14-7. But Indiana looking to tie this game up right now at the beginning of the second quarter. Nearly 28 points scored in that first quarter, Coach. This is a barn burner. This is a great show. And there it is.
There we go. Both offenses clicking. It's funny. Partway, just as we were giving Old Dominion credit for their defense, it started blitzing just like dicks, and that's for Charles, by the way.
Yeah.
And Indiana was unfazed and actually capitalized on that.
Yeah, I think they were shocked a little bit on the first 2 plays that happened, but then on the third one they threw that long pass to Dickshot, and so I think we have 2 seasoned quarterbacks here, Coach Klein. Antoine Randall L on one side, Vag Unitas on the other. So two great quarterbacks as we see. Offense at a glance, you can tell plays, points, yards, first downs should be pretty even anyway. But Coach Klein, two outstanding quarterbacks playing tonight.
Yeah, the biggest difference here is Antoine Randall's already played in the pros, and now he's come back to show that he's still got it in the college game.
Yeah, well, he's got that NI. What do they call those deals now that they're getting in college? He made a special deal to be able to come back and play one more year. So
that was the unnecessary roughness rule. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, look at that great block. I think that was the left tackle coming over. And the Vag. Oh, no. Just as I was about to give him a compliment, he coughs up the ball. Coach, you got to hate when the Vag coughs it up.
Yeah. Again, that's better see a doctor when that happens, because that's just not something that's supposed to happen. Very unfortunate. It didn't tuck that away. It didn't keep everything tight and compact there, and all came loose.
Just terrible.
You don't want to be running around the field and have stuff drop out of your veg.
No, you don't. Especially in your own end zone. Or your own territory here, as they are deep in their own territory now. They're inside the 30 already. Talafiero with an 8-yard rush, and Indiana not wasting any time, going no huddle. They'll have two wide receivers out to the right, two tight ends, and a halfback under center. Pitch to the left to George, and he's going to get the first down. I thought maybe he wasn't going to. That was a quick play that I think caught the defense off guard a little bit, Coach.
We haven't really seen that a lot from Indiana yet, and definitely paid off one there.
Antoine Rendell with about a 5-set drop and about 5 minutes of protection. I mean, oh my gosh, and now he's going to take it, and he's going to run. And there, finally, we see Coach Klein, the first quarterback that slid all night, I think.
Yeah, sometimes you don't want to get hit, especially if you're a bitch.
Yeah, well, and there you have it, folks. Antoine Rendell over the middle, and Old Dominion DB is not going to have any of that, number 38. With a great pass deflection. That was a great defensive play, Coach.
It really was. I know he's disappointed he didn't get the pick there, but that was a good play regardless.
It was. Antoine Rendell dropping back again. Wide open in the corner of the end zone. Lee Hamby, 11-yard touchdown. And you guys, Coach first and then Coach Klein, it doesn't look like we're getting off this roller coaster anytime soon.
No, it really doesn't. And I was thinking earlier, this may come down to mistakes, and whoever makes the least amount could win, because these offenses are just on fire.
Coach Klein, this is going to be one of those games where whoever has the ball last is going to win the game?
It may be, because Clint Torres has decided not to have his defense come play tonight.
Well, yeah, I guess that's what we get for complimenting. The commentator's curse, definitely killing that Old Dominion defense. As their return man takes it from about the 2-yard line up the middle. He's going to get crushed. Randy Johnson, 21-yard return. I mean, just a couple minutes ago, Old Dominion was up 2 touchdowns, and this happened in one of the games last night too, Coach. One key turnover, and all of a sudden it's a 14-point swing.
Yeah, something about the college game. Momentum from turnovers just really can be devastating.
It really does.
That's why it's so important to hang on to the ball. It's just we've seen it over and over again in our short season thus far. That one team can be rolling, they have a turnover, and it just kills them.
It does. We've seen a lot of big plays in this game so far. And speaking of big plays, we're going to put in the Twitch chat real quick in case you hadn't seen them. The plays of the week from week 1 and week 2. And that should be week 1. And here comes week 2 here in a second. As the Vag is taking it from the shotgun. Another short pass over the middle. That's 2 or 3 short passes over the middle. You think he's a little run-scared, Coach Klein, after coughing the ball up last time?
Yeah, I think he's got a case of the drops he's going on, and he wants to limit that. And
there you go. There's the All-American Coaching League plays of the week for week 1 and 2 in the chat in case you hadn't seen them. And we had a potential play last night that could be up for play of the week for week 3. And, gentlemen, I've already seen a couple big plays in this game that could be talked about as well.
Yeah, well, like we said earlier, both offenses have just been on fire.
Yeah, these offenses are just lighting up the board. And don't forget, there was a pretty big play last game, too, with William Williams.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
blowing it up.
That's right. Well, Genital with a 9-yard reception. I think that's 4 consecutive passes up the middle. And finally, the Vag is going to do another quarterback keeper and run over a defender for an 11-yard rush and another first down. Coach, if you're Indiana and you're thinking maybe the Vag was a little gun shy, I think he just answered that.
I think you sent a message with that one. The badge is still tough. The badge will still hit you right where it hurts and make you feel sorry for it.
100%. As Charlie Moore had a chance to get to the sideline, stepped out of bounds, unfortunately, or he could have had at least another first down, maybe more. Brings it to a 2nd and 7 now with a little under 2.5 minutes to play here in the first half. 3 wide receivers set, 2 backs, and he's just going to throw that one away under pressure. That's a smart play in that situation, Coach Klein.
I'm not sure if that's what he was doing. I think
Really?
maybe he thought if he could throw it through the uprights, he would score 3 points.
Oh, maybe he was just a little. I don't know. The Vag seems a little too experienced for that, Coach. What do you think?
Vag is an old warrior, and he knows how to play. I think that just throwing that one away, didn't have an option, and threw it away.
Oh, there
Smart
you go.
Play, safe play.
And he comes right back, and another nice pass over the middle. 1st and goal now, Monarchs. He's got all kinds of protection, and now he's getting pressured, but Genital is wide open in the back of the end zone. Vag to Genital, and that's the way they like to do it there in Monarch country. As you can see him wide open, and now we're tied up again. Coach, don't take your seatbelt off yet, bro.
No. The nether regions are just lighting it up today, and there's just nothing to do about it. Don't blink. You're going to miss something spectacular.
Well, here comes the kickoff now. Just a little over 2 minutes left to play. The return man from about the 1-yard line, I think that's Chad Rowland, breaks the first tackle, but then he gets gang tackled right after that 21-yard return. And both these return men, even the backup for Old Dominion, getting that 20 to 35-yard return range, which is giving both teams pretty decent field position. Antoine Rendell under center. 5-step drop, but he's going to take it. He sees something wide open to the right side. He's going to take it around. He tries to slide. He gets hit anyway. Ooh, I don't know, Coach. That could have been called maybe a hit on a sliding quarterback.
It could have been, but maybe in today's modern NFL it would be. But we're men in this league. We can take a hit.
There you go. Short little pass across the middle. Chad Rowland, 11-yard reception for a first down. Indiana going no huddle. Once again, wasting no time. Old Dominion defense, it looks like it's a version of a 4-3 or a 3-4, but I can't tell if that guy on the end was a linebacker or an actual lineman. And they get some good pressure, though, on the quarterback that time. Antoine Rendell having to throw the ball away, Coach. And that's the kind of pressure Old Dominion likes to keep on him.
Yeah, if they could do that effectively, they'd be much better off. But as we saw earlier, he can handle the pressure pretty well, usually.
Oh, only 3 rushing this time, and it's a wide open wide receiver who drops the ball. Coach Klein, if he caught that, he was probably gone for 6.
Yeah, if he had caught that, he was definitely putting up something on the board, but he sucked. He just couldn't
sucked. So they come back to the short play. Ejaculate with an 8-yard reception. We haven't called his name tonight, I don't think, guys. Or pretty sure I would have remembered that. But he falls a couple yards short of the first down. Indiana having to punt. The return man from about the 10-yard line runs over the first defender and gets out to about the 25-yard line. Both you guys, as we see some highlights of the first half, these running backs, these quarterbacks, and these receivers on the offense are dishing out almost as much punishment as the defense is.
Oh, yeah. There's no softies on the offensive side for either one of these teams. These are tough players.
They are. Coach Klein?
These are definitely looking like boys amongst men, or at least men in a locker room with boys.
Or boys to men. Vag Unitas, I think that might be the first sack for him tonight. Vag, you always remember when Vag gets the first sack. So I think that was it for tonight. 7-yard loss on that play. 2nd and 17, deep in their own territory, back inside their own 20-yard line from the shotgun. 3 wide receiver set. It looked like 2 tailbacks, and he gets a nice little slant across the middle to Genital again for a 7-yard reception. So, Coach, they got the 7 yards back, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
Yeah, I mean, they can do this, but this is not the ideal situation for them. as we've seen from them, they're very effective in those mid-range middle passes. That may not get them a first down though if they try to hit that here.
Oh, there's a nice. Oh, that was still a nice middle yardage pass. I think I don't who the receiver was, but that was a nice pass by the Vag right up the middle. It seems like Coach Klein, Antoine Rendell definitely with the better arm, but Vag with the better decision making.
Yes, that's what I've been told by many women.
Yes, as the Vag slides just short. I think it's the first time we saw the Vag slide tonight. 4 wide receivers, 3 to the left, 1 to the right, and that time Vag actually makes a bad decision. Try to do a quarterback keeper. Second sack now, a 5-yard loss. Old Dominion trying to hurry up, waiting for their offensive players to come back. Now they're in a 3rd and 8 position, though, and that's not a great decision. You know what? I think I'm starting to believe in this commentator's curse, Coach.
It does seem like every time we say something nice about them, we hurt their efficiency quite a bit. That drive was just outside of what Old Dominion does well. They are an excellent offense. They're best when they don't have to put the receivers in the routes for a long time, as we saw. Vag got sacked twice on that, and hadn't been hit. Nobody hit the Vag previously in this game.
Yeah, the Vag slide. That sounds like a new line dance. Unfortunately, that line was not the first down line.
Well, there you go. We are only at halftime. I feel like you guys have watched an entire game already with all the action we've seen. We're all knotted up. Nissan halftime report brought to you by Nissan, the sponsor of the game, not of the All-American Coaching League. As we see a few highlights, a lot of big plays, you guys, a lot of offensive aggressiveness, and a lot of back and forth. Coach, your thoughts on the first half?
I feel like that last drive was a big deal for Indiana, because they get the ball first in the second half, if I'm remembering correctly, and they have a chance to go up and kind of take the initiative here. If Old Dominion had been able to score, that would have kind of flipped things a little bit for them.
Well,
that last drive was a big deal.
Yeah, Old Dominion with a slight advantage in passing yards, dominating in rushing yards. That's all Vag right there, and time of possession. But unfortunately, the one turnover, Coach Klein, it was what really killed them and their momentum and let Indiana actually take the lead at that time. That's a very key turnover. You think turnovers are going to be a key in the second half?
Only if they happen, Dave. If there's no turnovers, then they won't be very key to the victory here. I think what Old Dominion is going to have to do is get the Vag to tighten up. You don't want them to be all stretched out and wasted. You want them to be nice and tight and get those plays right on mark.
Truer words were never spoken as Indiana. Chad Rowland returns the ball for a 20-yard return. Like we mentioned, if you're just joining us now, we're all knotted up at 21 at halftime. 2 top 10 teams battling it out, and it's been physical, it's been fast, it's been a lot of points. And we have been completely entertained for the first half. Antoine Rendell changing the play under center. 5-step drop. He's going to go long again. And that's his bread and butter right there, Coach. And he hits Rowland again, this time for a, 30-something yard reception. And Antoine Rendell definitely has the advantage over the Vag when it comes to long passes.
Yeah, I mean, thus far he's certainly attempted more of those, and he had one that he didn't throw particularly well, and another that frankly should have been caught. Antoine Rendell can do it all, and if he had a little bit better receiving core, we might be seeing a different result.
Yeah, and that time he runs for 9.9 yards, comes up just short, but Taliaferro with the rush for the first down this time, and Antoine Rendell, Coach Klein showing us that he can do it with his arm and his legs.
Yeah, he's definitely a good quarterback. It's unfortunate that he plays for Indiana.
It is unfortunate. Let me see. We've got Lone Star Glory still talking to himself in the chat. Says, I vote for next season. Owners get minus points for unoriginal names like Antoine Rendell. I did hear a rumor, and we may have to reach out to Rocco McLovin, but I heard a rumor that this is actually Antoine Rendell's son or nephew or something like that, and there just wasn't enough room on the uniform or on the application to put the rest of the name. Did either of you hear anything about that?
I haven't heard anything about that. Antoine Randall L. Jr. Is a
The-
mouthful, though, for sure.
That's what she said. Coach Klein?
Are we saying this is a George Foreman situation? Because if it is, somebody better smack somebody.
Well, we'll find out here in a moment. And, oh, that could have been another key drop by another Indiana wide receiver. Coach, you know, we had a big one in the first half. That was an important one. If they don't end up scoring a touchdown here, could that be the Achilles heel for the Hoosiers tonight?
Dismissed opportunities as this person beats up everyone.
Taliaferro again. Well, again, no matter what we say in the booth, the game will make sure it does the complete opposite. Taliaferro take it on 3, 4, 5, 6 defenders and pushing them all off and getting in for the touchdown. So I guess my point is mute, but you never know. A dropped pass later in this game, and again, we're barely not even halfway through the third quarter, could come into play again. You never know. So Indiana kicking off with a 7-point lead. The backup return man about 3 or 4 yards deep in the end zone, coming straight out. Randy Johnson, a 21-yard return. Coach, let me go to you first. What are you expecting out of ODU here on this possession?
I expect the same thing we've been seeing from them. They were so effective. I like to see them in that 2-back, 3-wide receiver set that they've been running a lot of, but they've been good in everything, obviously. And, yeah, I just expect to see the same thing. There's no need to panic. It's one touchdown. They definitely have to find an answer on defense, though. They forced one punt, and that was it.
Well, they come back with the safe over-the-middle pass for a first down. Lone Star Glory telling himself that Axis hates ODU. Something else interesting in here, he said he might name his quarterback Bart Starr. And I don't know if you knew this, but his grandson actually plays for ECU in this league, Porn Star, in case you hadn't tuned in before. The Vag with the quarterback keeper up the middle, a nice run and a first down. Coach Klein, there's a little example of the Vag doing what the Vag does best.
Yeah. So, not a lot of people know this, but at halftime, as a little tradition, Old Dominion, they like to get all clean shaven. And so what you got here is a nice clean shaven Vag that's really fun to play with.
And the Vag goes Venereal right there for 42 yards. Coach, I'm not sure if I impressed or if I'm scared when the Vag goes Venereal.
It does make you think, but that was an eye opener, no doubt.
I think the Vag must have watched some of our first half commentating in the locker room at halftime. That says if Antoine Randall can throw the ball deep, the Vag can go deep. And the Vag tries to fight. Go ahead.
He certainly reacted. Yeah, I'm sorry. He certainly reacted like that was what he was thinking, because that was a dart.
That really was a dart. At least I see Eagle Mondavi in the chat. Keep a Lone Star Glory straight on the rules here in the All-American Coaching League. Yes, all of the ODU sliders are automatically set at 0 just because they are the 0. That stands for the O in Old Dominion. Oh God, you guys killing me in there.
Nice level playing field here.
Yeah, that's what we do. This is all a farce. That's it. I that's why, Coach. That's why you're 0-3 too, because I hate. Apparently, I hate you and Charles the most.
I can totally understand why. We both have made fun of your hat.
Yeah, there you go. Well, Vag, not a very impressive last couple plays as he throws a bad pass to the left. Old Dominion having to settle for the first field goal of the game. It's right up the middle, and Old Dominion having to settle for those 3 points. Coach Klein, is that a momentum swing or a difference maker in this game?
Well, I'll tell you what. They hit that field goal quite nicely. If their defense can get a stop here and they can score, they will have the lead.
That is and this is why we only pay for the best analysts in the All-American Coaching League, as we take out the yards by the half. Old Dominion dominating in the first half, pretty even in the second half, and but the most important stat of all, on the scoreboard, Indiana up 4 right now and with the ball at their own 23-yard line. Antoine Randall L under center, a few steps back, ejaculate with a 5-yard reception. You guys, I haven't seen ejaculate go long at all. It's usually just a lot of short stuff.
You know, I'll tell you what. I remember when I was in Diana, ejaculate is what I did.
Yeah, that's Indiana. Her name's Deanna, not Diana.
Sure, gotcha.
There you go.
I knew a girl in college named Diana.
There you go. And did she go to Indiana? Taliaferro receiving the pitch. Shakes off one defender. Can't shake off the second with a 4-yard rush, so it's enough for a first down. That pitch play, Coach, has worked for them pretty well tonight.
Yeah, Old Dominion's DBs outside defenders are not great in the run defense, especially at least against this guy, because he's been shrugging them off like on accusations of impropriety.
Absolutely. Antoine Rendell with a handoff to Taliaferro again. Man, he throws 35 down like a man, and then he gets gang tackled. Sorry, almost a Freudian slip there by the Old Dominion defense. Good gang tackle there, Coach Klein, by the Old Dominion defense.
Yeah, when you got a bunch of guys, that's what you want is a good gangbang.
And there's I thought he was going to come down with that. Good defense by Old Dominion. Going to force Indiana to punt. What's going on in this second half? All of a sudden, we've had a field goal. We're going to see a punt. Where are all my touchdowns at, Coach?
I think in the result of some halftime adjustments from the defensive coaches, and
I think we're losing Coach.
Uh-oh.
Did we lose him?
Charlie Moore definitely had a nice return there.
Yeah, he did. Oh, I think you might be back now. Maybe not. Well,
I am back. I never left.
Oh, there you are. All right.
I did leave.
The Vag from the shotgun. Nice protection. You got to love when the Vag has protection. A 4-yard reception over to Charlie Moore. The Vag, do you think the Vag performs better with protection there, Coach Klein?
Certainly. And like I said, it's a nice clean-shaven Vag. He followed the old tradition for Old Dominion. And it definitely goes a lot easier that way.
Charlie Moore with a 9-yard reception, I think that was. I was trying to read the chat at the same time. Regardless, Old Dominion with the first down, inside handoff. That looks like it's Charlie Moore again, only a 3-yard rush. Speaking of the chat, as we check out some highlights here at the end of the third quarter, we want to welcome everybody to the All-American Coaching League, brought to you by Access Sports once again. And it looks like we've got Abbott Costello, another TV viewer. B. Robo in the house for the first time. I haven't seen that guy in a while. Bo Martin Jr., Candy Est, Coach Craven, Commander Root, David Leathers, Eagle Mondavi, Goals Official, K-Axis P. No, K-Axis. That's the hard. K-Axis PS. How about that? 06. Ladybug times 3. Lone Star Glory. In case you didn't know, Lone Star Glory is in the chat tonight. I know he's been a little quiet, but he is in there. And then, of course, my buddy Packer Fred is in his house. Nice little handoff to Charlie Moore, it looks like. Oh, that's Michael Williams, the backup, 7-yard rush from Vag. Actually, he's the backup's backup since Dusty Coles is hurt. Old Dominion running a no huddle, hurry up. The Vag with the quarterback keeper all the way around the end. Coach, that's a time where I think once he got the first down, he probably should have slid instead of risking those extra yards.
Yeah, and this is the key moment here, and they need him on the.
We're losing Coach again, unfortunately, but Coach Klein, nice response here from Old Dominion. Like you kind of mentioned, they had to settle for the field goal, but then they had a defensive stop, and now they look like they're going to put some more points on the board.
Yeah, they're definitely back to how they started out the game with driving well and putting points on the board, and I think this is their strength here when they go spread offense like this. 5
receivers set, empty backfield from the shotgun. Nice pass. I don't know if that was a drop pass there, Coach Klein, or is it just good defense?
I think it was good defense because when you're trying to catch the ball, if you get hit really hard, it makes it hard to catch the ball.
I heard something about that. Vag drops back once again. Great protection. And again, another drop pass. We've seen several of those on both sides of the ball. I'm not sure what's going on. It's not conditions for sure. Let's see if we have Coach back yet. Coach, are you back yet?
Yeah, I'm
there you
back. I hear you all the time, but unfortunately, it doesn't sound
Okay.
like you're hearing me.
Yeah, you're sounding good. So 3 more points on the board for Old Dominion. Coach, let me bring you in first, though. You got to, if you're Old Dominion, twice in the red zone now here in the second half, having to settle for field goals both times, got to be disappointing.
Yeah, that's a letdown. Obviously, you're talking about 14 as opposed to 6 points. A big deal in a game this close.
Especially when that leaves you 1 point behind still. No return by Chad Rowland there. Indiana will start the ball at the 25-yard line, and a 1-point lead with nearly the entire fourth quarter left to play. Antoine Rendell-El, delayed handoff to Taliaferro, but he loses a yard. The Old Dominion defense stepping up on that play. And it looks like Taliaferro with 15 carries for 74 yards in the game so far. Antoine Rendell-El under center again. Quick rush by the defense. He gets the pass, but it's only for a 6-yard reception. Ejaculate once again, only able to perform short there, Coach.
Yeah, well, as long as he's relatively on target, gets in the area, then
Antoine Rendell with another bullet. I mean, this guy's throwing darts left and right. This time, Ejaculate 18 yards. Ejaculate really showing up here in the second half there, Coach Klein, when I thought, Indiana, points-wise, kind of shot their load in the first half.
Yeah, I know. Right now, Ejaculate's all over the field. It's like wherever you go, there's Ejaculate.
There he is again with a 12-yard reception. I don't know where this guy was in the first half, but we can't stop saying his name here in the second half. Antoine Rendell-El with that pass going over 200 yards for the game under center. Man in motion, 3 receivers, dropping back 3 steps. Quick pass again. I think that is Ejaculate again. An 8-yard reception. I think is that 4 or 5 straight to him, you guys?
Yeah, that's like.
I believe so. I'm sensing a theme here.
I am too. I'm sensing a lot of ejaculation going on in the field right now. Antoine Rendell-El looking a little more power on this call. Doing a lot of fake huts, like he's trying to draw the defense off sides. I'm not sure what he's doing in this situation. This is always hard for me to tell if this is a glitch, one of those glitch times, or if he's just running down the clock. Not sure what they're doing here. What do you guys guess? Are they going to snap it, or are they going to take the penalty?
They're going to snap it. See.
Okay. Oh, but then he throws it away. Was there pressure? I mean, that play was confusing, Coach.
Yeah, I don't know what was the problem there. Just lost it, didn't he?
That was very weird all the way around, from running the clock down to. I mean, you have a 1-point lead, but that's not really enough lead with this much time to run the clock down, I wouldn't think.
I think what Rendell-El's doing is teasing Old Dominion, saying, you know what, I can do anything and I'm still going to beat you.
Yeah, Taliaferro that time, 10-yard rush up the middle. Ooh, 2nd and inches. I thought it was going to be a first down. They call him just short. This is
usually on 1st and 10 when you run for 10 yards, you get a first down.
Well, I guess that was 9.9 yards. Another first down here with the lead, a chance to score, milking the clock, Coach. This could be the ball game.
It really could be. They could hold on to this thing and take a lot of time off, and Old Dominion wouldn't have any time out. And that's going to be really painful for them.
They're doing the same thing, running the clock down, it looks like. And Antoine Rendell-El, he's got a target wide open in the middle of the end zone. Thad Grant. And I got to be honest with you guys, Old Dominion defense, that's a huge letdown.
It is. They still have enough time for Old Dominion's offense to score and possibly put up 2 on the board. But the way things are going, I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, that is the good thing, Coach, that at least it's only going to be an 8-point lead.
Yes, but I'm going to go the other way and say that I think Indiana wasted an opportunity there. They didn't need to score that right then, and what they did is give Old Dominion they've got nearly. That may have been an error on their part to score quickly.
They could have been. Oh my gosh! Are you kidding me right now? Wow! That could have been a game ender. Faux show. They wow. Okay, well they recovered it, so that's good. Coach, you were going in and out again, unfortunately, so I didn't catch your whole thought there, but basically about them wasting an opportunity. You should have milked the clock more and then maybe settled for some points.
That's basically it. I feel like they blew an opportunity to burn a lot more time and timeouts off the clock.
Yeah, I agree with that. Especially right now. I mean, a minute 34 and 3 timeouts, plenty of time for this Old Dominion offense to get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. As you see, the Vag already running for 11 yards, Coach Klein, but the Vag taking a lot of punishment tonight.
Yeah, Veg can take a lot of punishment though, and when it comes to the Veg, I only really need a minute and a half to score. So let's hope he can do that too.
Well, this time he gets sacked for a 3-yard loss. Coach, I actually thought that was going to be a face mask, but the problem here now is you're sending receivers deep and you're getting sacked and you're wasting time for those receivers to come back for the next play.
Exactly. So,
Woo!
so that's not hurt at all, is it?
Well, that was not the Vag to genital for a very long gain. It takes me a while to say some of these names, folks. If you watch that play of the week, you'll understand what I'm saying. The Vag from the shotgun, going far right side, tippy toe on the side. Brian Morton, 15-yard reception. Coach, that was a pretty play.
That was beautiful, and I kept saying I think Vaginitis is one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
Well,
some of his greatness right here.
That was some of his greatness right there. He does have the fumble earlier, couple mistakes, but for the most part, I think him and Antoine Rendell have played pretty evenly there. Coach Klein, what do you think?
Yeah, it's been a tale of two halves here, and the Vag is definitely one half.
Well, man in motion, empty backfield from the shotgun. Once again, the Vag quick to the ooh, Indiana defender almost ended the game right there.
The Vag was almost giving it away there.
Yeah, you gotta love that. And I think that was the tight end that went in motion. This shot across. Vag again from the shotgun. This time he's going to the end zone, wide open in the back. He overthrew him. 4th and 4. You have to go for it here, Coach. What do you think here? Passing play, or is the Vag going to do a quarterback keeper?
At 4 yards, that's tough. I say you pass. You don't need to get in the end zone. You just need that first down.
Oh, well, he was going to pass, but they gave him the wide open lane. He's going to take it all the way in for the touchdown, and the Vag scores again. And now Old Dominion, you guys, with 40 seconds left to play, is a 2-point conversion away from tying up this game.
Hey, I'm just going to stop talking because whenever you say something, it clearly affects the outcome, and that's not good. Oh, what do we got going on here?
Let's see what this is. Oh, they're looking at it.
Hey, that might get overturned.
Ooh, that's going to be a close one.
He was protecting the ball. He wasn't stretching out, which was smart. Knee down.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Timeout called on the field.
Play is reversed.
Wow, okay.
I think that's the right call. It's not devastating. They've still got time.
Yeah, I mean, they're still only a half a yard. Plenty of time. They got a timeout. I don't know why they just didn't pound it in, but the Vag is going to pound it in anyway, and he's going to take it himself and get the job done. You got to love when the Vag chooses to do the dirty work themselves, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to be able to just sit back and let that happen. You don't always get to do that. Most of the time, it's just all demanding, and there's usually some crying and some.
Well, here comes Old Dominion. 38 seconds left. 2-point conversion away from tying this game up. And they've got 4 receivers, a halfback, the Vag with plenty of protection. But he dodges he dodged a sack, then threw a wild pass. A defensive lineman almost picked it off. What a sequence of events there, Coach.
Yeah, boy, that confuses me. I think just a straight speed op should have been good there. And as pointed out in the chat, he probably could have run that in on his own.
Yeah, he definitely could have run that in on his own. It was a wide open lane. He didn't have to throw it.
And here's the onside kick, and it is recovered. But I think was there a flag on the play? I think it's on Old Dominion.
Yeah, illegal touching.
Oh no, it's against Indiana. How's that against Indiana?
No, it wasn't. It was.
Oh, okay. I showed the Indiana guy on the picture.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up, folks. Victory formation for Indiana. A really close game. My biggest shock, you guys, is how much offense we saw in the first half and how things settled down the second half. And really, it came down to, I think the key was those 2 possessions by Old Dominion where they had to settle for 2 field goals in the red zone.
Yeah, if they would have just put up 1 or 2 more points, this would be a different game.
Lone Star Glory, still upset about the names in the league, or at least on the Indiana roster, as you can see in the chat. There's going to be your player of the game, Antoine Randall L. Coach, let me tell you, what I was starting to say is I think the difference in the game was the 2 red zone failures by Old Dominion having to settle for field goals.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we mentioned at the time that they got 6 points and they could very easily had 14, and that's with as well as their offense worked most of the game to only get 3 points each on those was the difference, and it was a huge problem for them.
Yeah, and Coach Klein, a huge win for an Indiana team who moved up after week 1, fell back down after week 2. And now it looks like they're going to be moving back up the poll once again.
Yes, and it definitely goes to show, if you want to win, you definitely need to pay your players.
There you go. You bring back, if you want to win, you bring back the pros to play the college kids.
Exactly.
There you go. As we see a few highlights here before we go to post game, I think you guys we're going to see in the stats that both quarterbacks played really well. Actually, hold on. I want to go to team stats first. My bad. As you see the Vag, the Vag looked like he had great completion percentage. 35-33. First downs looked like a touchdown score as well, 21-14 in Old Dominion's favor. Total offense, again, Old Dominion's favor. Indiana a little better on third down conversion, no fourth down conversions in this game. Still only the 1 turnover in the first half, the fumble by the Vag. And time of possession. So Old Dominion had pretty much every stat line except for the most important one there, Coach.
Yeah, and I think what we're seeing here is that Old Dominion, this is their defense. They don't get enough turnovers and stop because that offense is in the end didn't stop them ever, other than the fumble, and then of course holding them to field goals. That counts as a stop against this. But defense.
Coach, we're
matching that level.
Yeah, we're losing you again. The Vag, 25 of 32, 278 yards and 3 touchdowns. Coach Klein, that's a great game by a veteran quarterback.
Yeah, no matter how you shake out, it's definitely good. You don't want your badge to have so many sacks, though. You definitely want a badge with no sacks.
True, and he did also rush for over 100 yards. So if they were to win this game, he would definitely be not only player of the game, but probably player of the week material with those kind of stats. As we look at the other stats, Genital, 85 yards receiving. Venerio was 62. Let's see if there's more than 9 receivers here. Nope, looks like that's it. The blocking, of course. Defense, I don't remember any big defensive plays except for the fumble. Do you, Coach Klein?
I do not. Yeah, I'm trying to think back. All I remember is that fumble being the one big thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few sacks, I guess. I know the Vag got sacked a couple times there in the second half. Let me see here. Yeah, there's not going to be a lot there for kicking either. Coach, do we have you back yet?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw. Did you see the Vag's stats?
They were pretty tight.
They were pretty tight. I guess we lost Coach again. I'm not sure what's going on tonight with him. Now we switch over to Indiana. Antoine Randall, who will be your player of the game with the victory. Another great rating as well. Not quite as good as the Vag, but really good. Let's see what he rushed for there, Coach Klein. Only 30 yards, so he didn't have the running, but he was very efficient as a quarterback. So I would say that the Vag had better stats, but the most important stat of the game went to Antoine Randall, which is the final score.
Yeah, the W. The W trumps the V.
Heyo. The Greg Soto joining us in the chat. You want a vag with no sacks. Dilly dilly. Yes, that is true. True that. As we look at the Indiana defensive stats, I would say the most important defensive stats were not just the forced and recovered fumble, but those 2 key sacks there late in the game on the vag as well. Kicking stats, not a whole lot to share. I think we only had the 1 field goal. Am I right, Coach Klein? Or no, 2 field goals. I'm sorry, by Old Dominion.
Old
right?
Dominion, yes, yes. Two field goals.
Okay. Is Coach back with us yet?
Hopefully so.
Okay, there you go. Now we can hear you. We were talking about the quarterbacks. The vag definitely with the on the field stats advantage, but Antoine Randall L winning the game. What are your thoughts on the 2 quarterbacks play this evening?
Hey, both quarterbacks played brilliantly. It's a shame someone had to lose, but when all does, that's what.
Yeah,
Coach couldn't have said it any better.
yeah, we got to because we lost him again. I don't know what's going on. Usually, Coach is fine and crystal clear. We usually don't have any problem with him, but tonight he's just all over the place. I don't know what's going on here. I see Bob Funk is here in the locker room joining us. Bob Funk, as we go to the post game, did you get a chance to watch this game?
Dave, I missed most of this game. Sorry.
Oh, okay, no worries. You were too busy yelling at your team after the first game?
That's right. They kind of asked you one after that game.
Yeah, I believe it. As we look at the post-game stats here in this, again, the first downs, like we mentioned in the beginning of the wrap-up, rushing yards and passing yards, both going to Old Dominion, as well as time of possession. And we'll see the players of the game. The Vag, of course, Vag Unitas. We talked about his stats. We talked about Antoine Randall L. Both great games tonight. Cullen Ingas, the middle linebacker. Look at that, Coach Klein. 10 tackles and a tackle for loss. And Luke Ratliff on the other side, at corner, 9 tackles. So a lot of tackling there by those 2 players.
Yeah, even though it didn't seem to be a lot of defense going on for most of the game.
It really didn't, but I think the difference there is you see the linebacker with 10 tackles versus the corner having to make more tackles, deeper in the field. So great play by all of these players tonight, and that's going to wrap up this game as the back and forth game between Old Dominion and Indiana, 2 top 10 ranked teams, going down to the wire, and Indiana pulling out a huge victory over Old Dominion tonight. That'll move us into our third game tonight between Marshall and Western Michigan. I'm hoping that Coach is still here. He was supposed to do play-by-play. I may end up doing it just if he's having mic issues and he can do color commentary maybe again. And I see that Gunny's in the house too. Gunny, you joining us for this game as well?
Yes, sir. I'm filling in a empty spot.
Perfect. Okay, so if Coach can't do the play-by-play, I will do it. Otherwise, it will be Coach, Gunny, and Bob Funk. Gunny, did you get a chance to catch that last game by any chance?
Yes, sir. I've seen both games so far this evening.
What was your take on the night so far as I'm stalling for time so I can put the next game together?
Excellent spirited games. I mean, what a comeback by the Memphis Tigers to come back and beat the Cincinnati Bearcats. Sorry about that, Bob. And also, I was in the viewing audience with the ODU coach. He was a little pissed at his defense, but I mean, they had that drive down to the 1 yard line and that 2-point play. Probably not what he wrote down on the chalkboard on the 2-point play chart.
At the end of the game. Yeah, I think the pressure, that weak side pressure, made the Vag make a bad decision, unfortunately. But as we go into this game, though, first of all, let me check and see, is Coach back with us? Does anybody know?
I'm here.
Oh, yeah. You're loud and clear now.
Let's hope it continues.
Let's do that. Coach, let me start with you, Coach. This game coming up that hopefully you'll be calling, Marshall 0-2, looking for their first win. 20, they're ranked last in the league against the Western Michigan. It's only 500. They're near the bottom as well. What are your thoughts on this game out in Kalamazoo tonight?
Well, hey, both of these teams want to win. I mean, duh. Water is wet, sky is blue, all that jazz. But I don't think anyone's getting out of this season unscathed. And 2 losses, don't give up, right? Marshall been competitive so far. Haven't been completely out of it, and I'd love to see them put it all together and get their first win tonight.
Yeah, you're right. There is a lot of football left to be played in this season. Gunny, what is your take on this Marshall team traveling out to Kalamazoo, Michigan tonight?
Well, I'm hoping the weather from central Michigan moved over to western Michigan, because I'd love to see another snow game, which might favor the Marshall thundering through the white powder on the field.
That's possible, but my understanding is it will be 34 degrees and clear in Kalamazoo this evening. Bob Funk, let me bring you in here. This Marshall team looking for their first victory tonight. Do you think they'll get it against Western Michigan?
I think head coach Deez Nuts is going to try and motivate his players to get that win tonight, because they really need to get off the snide.
They really do. We had 2 0 teams play in the opener. Memphis beating Cincinnati, so Cincinnati falls to 0-3. 2 1-1 teams in the second game tonight, with Indiana and Old Dominion, 2 top 10 teams battling it out, and they went 1-1. Coach, let me bring this back around to you real quick. As you look at both the front offices, the coaching, what they run, their star players, what stands out to you in this Marshall Western Michigan game coming up?
Well, you're going to see some variety. The multi-D, you could see almost anything out there. Odd fronts. You can see odd fronts and 3-4 fronts and things that you won't see out of the 4-2-5. So that'll be interesting there. And again, offense, same way. West Virginia tends to be that West Virginia type offense is all spread, 4 wide, 5 wide type of thing, speed option things. So we'll see some variety in play styles here, and it's just a question of who puts it together better.
Okay. I am getting the weather report right now, just confirming, and it looks like it is going to be cold, a slight wind, and but it'll be clear and 34 degrees. Gunny, same question to you that I asked Coach. What stands out to you as you look at this board with the front offices, the coaching, and the star players?
What comes first to my mind is the offensive coordinator, Coach Klein. I can just hear him channel him in the locker room saying the team that scores the most points probably wins the game.
I mean, is there anything more motivating than that?
It's pretty motivating to me.
I agree. And then lastly, Bob Funk, we'll wrap up with you before we head down to the field in Kalamazoo in Western Michigan. You got Marshall in Western Michigan. You've got Deez Nuts, Coach Klein, Jacob Clear, Adam Gase. You see the offenses, you see the defenses, the star players from last week. Who or what stands out to you the most as you check out this graphic?
I'm going to have to say Andy Dake. I think he's going to be the key to Marshall trying to get their first win of the season tonight.
Sounds good. All right. Welcome, sports fans, to Western Michigan, one of the more scenic, smaller school venues in the entire East Coast, forgive me. They play the Marshall Thundering Herd tonight. Marshall at 0-2, Western Michigan at 1-1. Both teams sort of stumbling out of the gate. But I expect a good one tonight. As mentioned in pregame, both quarterbacks have played very well. They've just had some bad luck and have come up short on 3 of the 4 games have played. I am joined tonight by Gunny and Bob Funk. Gentlemen, welcome.
Welcome to
Be
you,
here
sir.
with you, Coach.
Good to be watching this game with you. I see Marshall going all white tonight. Michigan in their trademark black and gold, I guess. It's tan to me. Not a bad kickoff return by fuck it all. 24 yards. RB2. Tight end set under center. The pressures. Oh, the ball's on the ground. There we go. Nothing better than a big man on the run.
You gotta love when the big man's running with the ball.
I think they should just put that in. Just a fat man off.
Anybody running over 300 pounds with the ball, that's a play of a week nominee right there. And he got a first down.
Let's have some chat shout-outs for Abbott Costello, B. Robo, I know that guy, Candiest, Dave Texas, Dave Leathers, Gold's official, Gunny McGold.
I think we're losing Coach again real quick. Marshall, quarterback with a wide open receiver all the way down the middle of the field for a very long touchdown. Trevor Andrews, a 60-yard touchdown reception as the Thundering heard thunder their ass all the way down within 30 seconds for a touchdown. Gunny, were we expecting that kind of explosiveness from this Marshall offense?
Trevor Andrews said, "Fuck it all, I'm taking the ball 60 yards into the end zone."
Yeah, he did. Coach, are you back?
I'm here.
There you go. Just go ahead and keep talking, and when I hear you, I'll just stop talking.
Okay. Well,
oh shit!
What on earth? Weird name, normal name. I don't even know what to do with it. Starting out on their own 30-yard line. Receivers.
Yeah, Coach.
Pass. Nice little flat. You're losing me again.
Oh, now you're back though.
I don't know if we're gonna pull this off. We'll do our best. Hurry up! Shotgun, 3 wide. And off inside. Go tackle. That's a good little run, Mr. Sullivan. Kickoff returner. How you feeling about the Marshall attack thus far? I'm sorry, not Marshall. That was too quick to really have an assessment. How you feeling about the central? Oh. I don't know what that play was. Yeah, he did. Good throw. A little bit of confusion first. I don't know if it was designed, but we'll take it. 2 for 2. Still in the hurry up. Little pressure. Only a 2-yard gain for Corey Shell. Still in the hurry up. We'll see if they stay in the same formation. Keep expecting to just drop out of the server completely in a minute. Shelton with another 2-yard reception, the most physical 2-yard reception you're ever going to see.
Broncos spreading the ball around, running, passing, left side of the field, right side of the field.
A screenplay. Screen pass.
Oh, he's hurt.
Oh, that's not looking good. Well, they didn't take a whole lot of time to worry about that, did they? Almost missed 4th and 1. Going for it on 4th and 1. Bold. I like it.
And West Michigan trying to answer back with a touchdown here just to stay close.
To the hurry up. That's a drive for Western Michigan. Good run. Run by Gerald Bradley. I'm trying to stay with it here. I hope you okay. I am enjoying this drive out of Western Michigan. First off, Gunny, how about you?
Everything is positive. Nothing. Everything.
That's good for a gain of 2
Yeah,
yards.
even when they only get 2 yards, they follow it up with another positive gain, and that fourth down conversion was big. Really enjoying that. Really enjoying the tone they're setting here. Good pressure.
Merriman is 5 for 5 in passing. Make that 6 for 6.
That makes it first and goal.
Bob, you had
Western Michigan, I mean, they're just matriculating this ball down the field just the way you want to. Short play here, nice little pass, and moving the ball well.
Nice touchdown there by the backup halfback. Filling in for Derek
fantastic first
Colvin.
drive. Western Michigan answers, not nearly as dramatically, but efficiently. 7-7. 2:29 left in the first quarter. With a solid return up to the 30, looks like the 30-yard line. Back it all with a nice 25-yard return. And Marshall trying to capture that lightning in the bottle again, opens up in the I formation. Let's run to the left side. 4-yard gain. Bubba Dacius. First time calling his name. Back to the hurry up. We sure get a lot of hurry up in this league.
Just don't think anybody wants to in the huddle these days anymore. Scared of COVID.
There we go. Social distancing protocols in the football game, of course. Silly me. Little pressure, and he just throws it away. 4th and 4. Andy Dake, hey, 1 for 3. That didn't sound so good, but 60 yards and a touchdown. I guess we'll take that. So Western Michigan holds them on 3s and forces a punt. First punt of the game. Javon Johnson, 8-yard return. They are starting on their, looks like their own 34-yard line. 4 wide set, shotgun. Inside handoff. I don't remember. Gunny, remember who scored the touchdown? It was the backup. You remember these things?
Yeah, it was the backup. Derek Sullivan is back in the game.
The heavy work getting them down there. Western Michigan offense so far, very let's say.
Western Michigan has all the answers right now for this Marshall defense.
Are we losing coach again?
I think we are.
Sounds like you were. Sorry, I was saying something and then.
The intended receiver on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Right here. Hey, check Mike 46. Check Mike 46.
I think that might be Western Michigan's first play without a game.
All right, folks, we're having technical difficulties with Coach. We'll see if we can get him back here in a little bit, but that was a great pass over there to the left side up the field by Western Michigan. They're going with a lot of these quick passes there, Gunny, where Marshall's not really having enough time to even react.
That's true. Merriman is 9 for 10, and the passing was 61 yards. So it is the small short passes, like you said.
And then as soon as you say that, here comes the commentator's curse. And I don't know who that is, but Marshall's just going to get a pick 6, number 36, and he is gone for the touchdown. Steve Schmidt, the corner. Bob Funk, the commentator's curse has been killing the quarterbacks tonight.
It has. I mean, quarterbacks just they can't catch a break with us tonight.
They really can't, and that was just a beautiful pick six. Gunny, you being a corner, you know how pretty those are, and that was a beautiful play to watch.
It was. I mean, Marshall scored on two big plays, an interception return and a big 60-yard touchdown reception.
Well, that was a interesting turn of events. We were just complimenting Western Michigan on their offensive efficiency, Brian Merriman being 9 for 10, and then, of course, the commentator curse strikes, and he throws not just an interception, but a pick six. Western Michigan on the return, Javon Johnson with a 23-yard return. A little slow to get up, but he looks like he's okay. We've got Marshall up 14-7 here in this game tonight here at Kalamazoo, Michigan. Brian Merriman from the shotgun, 2 receivers, 2 backs. Great protection. Bullet over the middle, but he threw it to nobody. Gunny, that if that passes on target, that receiver has a chance to break a great game.
Yeah, there was no one there at all. But yeah, it would have been clear sailing 6 more points.
That would have been a great response to that pick six. Here's Merriman again under pressure, throws the ball away. He's now 9 for 13, 61 yards, and of course the crucial pick six that you just witnessed. I want to welcome everybody to the All-American Coaching League, brought to you by Axis Sports. We'll get to some chat members here in a moment. Brian Merriman, great protection until the very end, Bob Funk. And when he gets the pressure by that, it looks like it was the defensive end from Marshall.
It looks like Marshall's defense is starting to figure out this Western Michigan offense and apply the pressure.
It does. And now we see Western Michigan, the Broncos, having to punt from their own 10-yard line. Return from about the 30, fuck it all with a 10-yard return, and then he gets crushed, but he pops right back up. He's looking good. Users in the chat real quick, Abba Costello, another TV viewer, B. Robo, Candiest, Commander Root, Dave Axis, David Leathers, Goals Official, Gunny McGuire, Caxips06, and Packer Fred. And oh my gosh, Becky, did you see that? Gunny, Andy Dake almost made the same mistake. That was almost a pick six for the Broncos.
Yeah, 18 still looking at his gloves. He wish he had some extra stickum glue on the gloves tonight.
And now Western Michigan putting pressure on Andy Dake and making him throw the ball away. Bob Funk, we're seeing both defenses step their game up now.
Yeah, it's nice to see these defenses start to get some stops here.
Andy Dake with the long pass down the right side, wide open receiver, number 4, breaks the tackle, tiptoes down the sideline, and one-handed with a 37-yard reception. Gunny, that was a pretty play.
Absolutely. Like y'all said, the defenses were getting pressure on the quarterback, and then that happens, 37-yard reception.
Well, that brings the end of a very quick first quarter. Marshall up 14-7, 3 touchdowns in the quarter, one of them defensive, a pick six for Marshall. And as we head to the second quarter now with Marshall in the red zone once again trying to extend this lead. Quarterback under center, Andy Dake, I formation, gives to the tailback, but runs over a defensive end, runs over a linebacker, runs over another defensive player. Oh, what a run, Gunny. That is one physical back right there.
Face mask.
I was trying to count. I believe it was 4. Andy got a face mask after running over 4 other players.
That'll be half the distance. It'll be first and goal for Marshall. And Bob Funk, a 21-7 lead this early in the game is not unsurmountable, but it's definitely sending a message to the Broncos.
Yeah, I mean, if they can get a touchdown here, it's going to be huge for their confidence.
Well, Andy Dake under pressure that time has to throw the ball away. Great pressure by the Bronco defense. That puts them in second and goal, just inside the 4-yard line. They're going to go 3 wide receivers, offset back. They're going to fake the handoff. Their quarterback keeper, but looks like he either got confused or sprained an ankle there, Gunny. I'm not sure which one happened.
I don't know if somebody was supposed to be there for the pitch out or what. He did look a little bit like he didn't know where he was supposed to go.
Definitely a broken play one way or the other. Puts them on 3rd and goal. This would be a huge stop for the Broncos. Andy Dake from under shotgun. He's got a man, and I think he just dropped the pass. I can't tell, Bob Funk, if that was broken up or he just dropped it.
It looked like he just dropped it.
They're going to have to settle.
Hit him in the hands, and he just dropped it.
They're going to have to settle for a field goal. Gunny, that was a gift for Western Michigan there to hold them to a field goal.
I would 100% agree with that.
Marshall kicking off. I'm not sure who the return man is for the Broncos, but he'll take it from about the 3 or 4 yard line straight up the middle. Chris Hayden with a 24-yard return. And now Western Michigan with a chance, plenty of time to march down the field and put some more points on the board for the Broncos. Merriman from the shotgun, 4 receivers set, 1 back. Decent protection. He's slinging it long. He's got a man wide open. A diving catch to Chris Hayden for 31 yards. Gunny, that looked just like a catch in one of the previous games tonight.
Yes, I agree. Western Michigan, they can come back from behind. They are a pass-oriented West Virginia offense.
That is true. This time they go with the short pass, Bob Funk, to Derek Sullivan, but an 11-yard reception and another first down. This Western Michigan offense is on pace right now.
Yeah, Brian Merriman is starting to find his groove again after having 4 straight incomplete passes before this drive.
Well, here he is from the shotgun once again. Another short pass from the middle, but another drop. And Gunny, I think you said you've watched all 3 games. All 3 games have had a lot of drops tonight.
Yeah, tonight's games have been exciting. But yeah, the quarterbacks have had some bad luck. So a lot of drop passes in tonight's action.
I mean, and the only thing is you can say maybe it's a little cold. I mean, it's in the 30s and 40s, but it's perfectly clear, very little wind. I don't understand what's going on with the receivers tonight.
That I don't know. I mean, I saw a snow game the other day. I was expecting snow in Michigan, but the field is nice and clear.
It is nice and clear. As Marshall holds the Bronco offense, are they going to come out and go for it? Or are they going to try to field goal? They're going to go for it. 4th and 3. I guess they don't have a lot of confidence in their kicker, Bob Funk.
Well, they were really looking for the 4th down on an earlier drive. I think they just wanted to try and get the touchdown and get a little closer than a field goal.
Well, they succeed with a nice pass over the middle down to the 11-yard line. So 1st and 10. They can still get a first down at the half-yard line. Merriman fakes a handoff, breaks a tackle, hurdles over defender, and then fumbles the ball, and Marshall picks it up, and they're running the other way, and they're tackled. The biggest man on the field tackled by the smallest man on the field, and I think he might have been down, Gunny. What do you think?
It looked like his knee was down on the ground as well. I'll send.
There's a booth review coming. Let's take a look here real quick. Oh, I think he's definitely down. What do you guys think?
Yeah, the ground causes that fumble. I mean, his elbow hits the ground, and that's when it pops out.
Gunny? Oh, did we lose Gunny? Are we losing everybody tonight? What's going on with this stuff? Oh, yeah. Oh, no, yeah, he's in there. Gunny, can you hear us? I don't know what happened to Gunny. All right, so Western Michigan, relieved that play was reviewed from the 1-yard line. Inside handoff. He's not even touched. Gerald Bradley with the 2-yard touchdown. Bob Funky doesn't get any easier than that.
No, it doesn't. I think that's Bradley's 2nd touchdown of the game, if I'm not mistaken.
I missed the first one due to when we were trying to figure out the technical issues. I don't remember who scored the first one. But either way, Western Michigan's defense holds Marshall to a field goal on one end of the field, and they come down and put 7 on the board to make this a 3-point game. Western Michigan kicking off. I think it's Fuck It All is the return man, taking it from the 5-yard line. And Fuck It All's got some wheels. He's got some moves. He's got a 21-yard return there. Bob Funk, he's one of the premier return men in this league.
Yeah, he really is one of the best return men that we have going in the AACL.
All right, here we go. Under center, going to hand off. And nice big hole for Bubba Dacius, a 7-yard rush. Gunny, are you back with us by any chance?
Yes, I missed out on something, but I am back.
Western Michigan scored a touchdown, the running back. We were trying to remember if that was his 2nd touchdown or not.
I'm not sure. I did hear y'all discuss that, but I wasn't sure.
No worries.
I was still watching the action.
Okay, good. No worries at all. So 3rd and 4 now, under center, 3 receivers set, man in motion, single back, drops back. He's got him. Oh, it's almost picked off, and the Western Michigan defense holds again. Gunny, this Western Michigan defense, after giving up those 2 quick touchdowns, has really kind of settled down.
Yeah, it's amazing that Andy Deck has so many yards, but he's only made 2 completions. One of those was, again, the 60-yarder.
Well, here is the punt return for Derek Sullivan, a 9-yard return, and the Broncos will take over in their own territory at the 35-yard line. 2.5 minutes left to play in this third quarter. I don't know if I don't know what time it is in Australia right now, so I'm wondering if Jacob Clear is even watching this. As Brian Merriman gets tackled for a 9-yard loss by Busta Nutter. Busta Nutter, number 92, busted up that quarterback pretty good, Bob Funk.
Yeah, he did. He busted nut all over that quarterback.
I don't know if Jacob Clear, let me see, I see a handful of people in here, but Jacob's not one of them. Jacob Clear is the athletic director for Western Michigan, but he lives in Australia. He has one hell of a commute, Gunny.
Yeah, from Michigan to Australia. Yeah, I'm wondering how many. I'm thinking he does a lot of on the computer Skype calls to the team.
Probably a work-at-home situation. I can't imagine what that kind of traffic is like there. As I don't know what just happened there, but Merriman is getting sacked, just slings the ball up while he's getting tackled, and the receiver gets it for a 21-yard reception. That was kind of a lucky play there, Bob.
His receiver bailed him out there because, I mean, he's lucky that didn't get intercepted.
He is very lucky, and there was the typical drop step for the quarterback when you know the screen pass is coming. It works for only 2 yards, so now Western Michigan from the shotgun, 2nd and 8, a little under 2 minutes to play. Boom, hits the receiver right across the middle to the left, and he's going to get the first down. I thought he was a little short. Corey Shelton with his 4th reception of the night. Western Michigan going, hurry up. Gunny, if they can put something on the board here, what a great turnaround for this Broncos team. As, oh, my gosh, as they break a tackle, the halfback gets the reception, breaks some tackles, and he is gone. What a touchdown play. Gerald Bradley, Gunny, what is going on with this Broncos team all of a sudden?
I don't know. I was about to praise the secondary of Steve Schmidt, and they have Hank Aaron back in the defensive backfield as well, and I don't know what happened to Hammer and Hank on that play.
Hammer and Hank I think he got hammered on that one there, Bob. But what a great play by that Western Michigan halfback.
Yeah, Gerald Bradley, he's having a breakout game today. That's his 2nd, maybe 3rd touchdown.
Potentially his 3rd, yeah.
Scored the first.
Yeah,
we don't remember who scored the first, so.
Well, if anybody in the chat remembers who scored the first touchdown for Western Michigan, if you want to throw that in the chat, that would be great. Well, Western Michigan now with a 21-17 lead, a minute 40. All 3 of these games, if I'm not mistaken, had high-scoring first halves, and teams settled down in the second half. Fuck it all with a 20-yard return. It'll be interesting to see how this game looks in the second half. So we got a minute and a half left here, Gunny. Marshall with the ball. Plenty of time, 3 timeouts. Do you think they just kind of march down the field, or do you think they're going to go for the big one? We lose Gunny again. Dude, what is going on?
Eddie Dake really needs to get his game together. I mean, 2 of 10 passing, it's not going to cut it.
No, man. We had that first big pass. We thought he was going to have a great night, and he's just been terrible ever since. This time he's got a quarterback keeper. Oh, a nice little stutter step. What a move. I think a little ankle break in there, Bob.
Yeah, it was a little ankle breaking move there.
Nice little run by Andy. Gets them the first down. They are now at the 37-yard line from the shotgun. 5 receiver set. Empty backfield. He's got great protection. Sees a receiver on the side. Number 7, Roger Martin. I don't know. Did he get that, Bob? It looks like he's in.
He looked like he got that toe tap in.
It looked like a foot was in. Plenty of time left, and all 3 timeouts left remaining in the half.
There you go. There's Gunny back. That was a great. It was an okay pass, but I think it was an outstanding reception, and it's going to be challenged. So let's take a look and tell me what you guys think. 1 foot Sam, he doesn't have the ball. Now he's got the ball.
He's in.
He drags. I think he drags that foot. Gunny, what do you think?
Oh yeah, he got 1.5 feet in.
Well, let's see what they say. Play stands. Okay. So just across midfield at the 48-yard line of Western Michigan, Andy Dake from the shotgun, empty backfield again, 5 wide receiver set. Hits number 4, and number 4 just plows over the defender and gets about another 20 yards. One-handed, a 26-yard reception, and about 25 of that, Gunny, was after he crushed a defender.
One-handed has made a couple receptions, but he has ran over people. He is a physical, gifted receiver.
He really is. Another pass over the middle. This time it looks like it's to the halfback, Bobby Galloway, and now Marshall, Bob, is within striking distance and put some more points on the board.
Yeah, Marshall really needs to get points out of this drive and either take the lead or at least get within a point before the half.
Well, there's a Bubba Dacius up the middle for a 7-yard gain. Still a minute to play. Marshall still has a timeout, so no need to panic, no need to hurry. You got plenty of time. You got plenty of plays. Minute 2 left. This time they go to the fullback, Andy Carlson, with only a 2-yard gain, but again, plenty of time. From the shotgun this time, man in motion. Let's see what they have up their sleeve for this play. Going to be a swing pass? Nope. He's going to have a little under pressure, throws it away. Gunny, that's a smart play right there.
Always good when you're down in the red zone to throw the ball away if no options are open. I was thinking they were going to throw it over to Bob Dacius, see if he could go get in the end zone.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be a swing pass to him for sure. Andy Dake this time tries to force it, and Western Michigan defenders all over that, and Marshall's going to have to settle for a field goal. It looks like they'll be going into the locker room at halftime down 1 point, 21-20. Bob Funk, that could end up being a huge stop for Western Michigan come the end of this game.
Yeah, that's the second big stop in the red zone for Western Michigan today, and then the field goals.
That's true. Western Michigan to receive about 2 or 3 yards deep in their own end zone, straight up the middle. This return guy for Western Michigan doesn't really seem to bounce around and stuff like some of the other receivers. We have a penalty on the
Receiving team.
clipping, so that's going to come back anyway. Gunny, if you're going to be this deep in your own territory with only 35 seconds left, are you just going to run the ball a couple of times and get out of here with a 1-point lead at halftime?
Yes, I'd just be conservative and go into halftime with the 1-point lead.
Yeah, Bob Funk, you agree?
Yeah, I agree, and Western Michigan starts the second half with the ball, so.
Okay. And instead, they're going to throw dangerous pass to the side with about 4 defenders, and that could have been an interception or a pick 6. I don't understand what they're doing here, Gunny.
I would have not done that at all.
And they're going to pass it again. 30 seconds left, and he almost runs into his own man. Derek Sullivan with an 8-yard reception, but I mean, I don't know what you're doing here.
I think I'm happy with that completion. Go right to the locker room, let the clock run out, and second half.
Yeah, but I think Bob Funk, they were lucky. Both of those plays, I think they made two bad decisions, and they just got lucky.
I agree.
And this time Merriman's going to keep it. He's going to rush for a first down, and that should do it for the first half. Thank God. All right, so the Broncos clinging to a 1-point lead going into the locker room at halftime. Kind of a roller coaster back and forth game. Marshall looked strong at the beginning. Western Michigan looking strong later in the half. Gunny, what are your thoughts on this first half?
I agree with that. At one point in the game, Marshall was winning 17-7, so Western Michigan has come back and made a heck of a turn in the second quarter.
They really have. Bob Funk, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts are Andy Dake really needs to prove on his accuracy if Marshall wants to win this game, because he's just been struggling.
Yeah, I expected a lot better game from him, and Merriman's definitely been the better quarterback. As we look at the halftime stats, over 200 yards passing for Merriman versus only 147. I'm actually shocked. I think 60 or 70 of those came on one play. Rushing yards pretty even. Western Michigan doubling up the time of possession, and then that one key turnover. I think that if you compare the two quarterbacks right now, Gunny, Merriman is head and shoulders above Andy Dake.
That I agree, but Jeremy Bradley is above everybody else because I believe with the highlights that we just saw that he was the recipient of all 3 Western Michigan Bronco touchdowns.
Wow. So we have a potential player of the week contender here in just one half of football, folks, as Western Michigan takes the opening or second half opening kickoff. Chris Hayden, but it looks like he's not getting up. We'll have to keep an eye out for the injury report there, but it looks like Western Michigan's return man is injured to begin the second half. Broncos from the shotgun, man in motion. Looking for receivers. He's got some time. He's got a man wide open down the side, and that man is going to be Corey Shelton with a 25-yard reception. Merriman showing good patience there in the pocket, Gunny.
Absolutely, and he threw a nice out route for 25 yards down the field up to the 50, already up to the midfield stripe.
And they hand off to Sullivan, 6-yard gain up the middle. Bob Funk, looks like Western Michigan trying to pick up right where they left off in the first half.
Yeah, this Western Michigan offense is playing really well today. Other than that one interception, they, played great.
Is it Derek Sullivan that we said had the 3 touchdowns in the first half?
No, sir.
It's Bradley.
Oh, Bradley,
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we got 3rd and 1. They're going to run a little option. Merriman keeps it. They totally suckered the defense. I don't know if you guys saw that, but the halfback got crushed by a defender, and he didn't even have the ball as Merriman rushes for a first down, 1st and 10, and they go hurry up. Gunny, that was actually a great play by Merriman.
Yeah, he did the ran pass option. He knew once that defenseman decided which person to go after, he took the other option. Well, and then he gets back.
Yeah, and then he turns right around and loses 5 yards by holding on to the ball too long. I mean, at this point, Bob Funk, you see how much time he had. You just throw the ball away, right?
Yeah, you just got to get rid of that ball. You throw it over your receiver's head out of bounds and live to play another down.
Exactly. Instead, you take a 5-yard loss. Injury update, Bruce Shoulder will return, so Hayden will be back. 2nd and 15 now. 4 wide receivers, shotgun, and the halfback going out as well, so not even close to running that ball. And they get the 5 yards back, but that puts them in a 3rd and 10. And I don't think they're quite in field goal range yet, so this might be 4-down territory for the Broncos. We'll see. Same exact formation as the last play. Merriman with some decent time, and now he's getting some pressure. He throws a pass, and Thomas Evan gets a 13-yard reception. But I got to tell you guys, Gunny first, I thought that was going to get picked off.
It did. He had two defensive backs right on him. I mean, it's a good play because it would have been, if it was incomplete, it would have been a 51-yard field goal attempt.
Yeah, that would have been too far. And now Merriman hits a wide-open Chad Brown in the end zone. Diving catch by Chad Brown. 21-yard touchdown pass as we get a first-time chat from a viewer. What do you think about the new hire LSU got? Nick Pump 1, first of all, welcome to the All-American Coaching League brought to you by Axis Sports. We actually announced it. We were live on air last night when it happened. And I, for one, am not crazy about the move. I think when you're the winningest, all-time winningest coach at a school, you stick around, you go through the hard times, and you bring your team back up top. And it's not like Notre Dame is a bad program. They're ranked, 6th or 7th in the nation right now anyway. So just to answer your question, I think it's a terrible move by Brian, whatever his last name is from Notre Dame.
Kelly.
Brian Kelly, there you go. All right, Marcus Hall, 17-yard reception. I guess fuck it all is not back in the game yet. And now Marshall will take over at their own 23-yard line. Down 8 points, so Gunny, it's still a one-possession game. We've got all the time in the world as they throw a quick swing pass to one-handed real quick, and that was almost a dangerous pass right there.
Hey, points are crucial when we're getting late in the third quarter. Not a lot of time left, but yeah, points are crucial.
Andy Dake this time with a nice pass, a little slant pass over there, number 37, Bubba Dacius for 9 yards and a first down. Marshall on the move now. If they can go down, Bob Funk, and either tie this up or come within a point, we definitely got a ball game. As he launches it down the sideline to number 4, and this looks very reminiscent of the play in the first half, one-handed with a 58-yard reception. And Bob Funk, I feel like I'm having deja vu from the first half.
Yeah, it looks a lot like that first half play. I mean, one-handed with his 4th catch for 123 yards now, so He's having a great game.
He is. Another player of the week candidate, possibly, as Andy Dake tries the quarterback keeper, gets 1 yard, and he now has carried the ball 4 times for only 10 yards. I think he should probably stick to passing, although that hasn't been going very well either. From the shotgun, fakes a handoff, and he is met in the backfield by number 18, Devon Smith, with his first tackle of the game, actually. And now the Thundering Herd are going to be pushed into a 3rd and goal situation. Gunny, not a smart play call right there.
They need to quit using Bubba Davis as a decoy. Let him run the rock.
Yeah, let him eat a little bit, right? Especially between the tackles. That time they try to use Bubba, but in the passing game, it's a 4-yard loss, Bob Funk. And now Marshall has to settle for yet another field goal.
Yeah, I think if they could have got some positive yards out of that play and maybe got down to the 5, they could have gone for it here, but you got to go kick the field goal now.
And I believe this is their third. Is this their third field goal? The 20.
Yeah, this is their third red zone field goal.
Wow. So that Western Michigan red zone defense really stepping up. And real quick, while we have a break, let me hit everybody in the chat real quick. Abbott Costello, another TV viewer, Candiest, Commander Root, Dave Axis, David Leathers, Goals, Official, Gunny McGuire, Cacksips06, Ladybug times 3, Nick Pump 1, welcome, he's a new addition, and Packer Fred. We see a lot of people have left and gone to sleep, but I guess it is almost midnight on a weeknight. So there you go. As you see some highlights from the game so far, on both sides of the ball. Nice pass there from Merriman to Bradley. Bradley with 3 of the 4 touchdowns, I believe, you guys. Is that correct?
Yes.
And we may have ourselves a good game. It's only a 5-point game. 2 minutes left still in the third. There's another beautiful pass by Merriman, but maybe even a better catch by that receiver. So we've seen lots of great passing, lots of great catching, and I'm sure we have lots of great football left as Western Michigan has a 4 wide receiver set from the shotgun. Merriman with some time. He's got to go short. And, ooh, I thought he was going to catch that, Bob Funk, but he got drilled.
Yeah, that defender just separated him from the ball.
Unbelievable. 2nd and 10 now, the exact same formation as the previous play. Merriman from the shotgun. He's got the little stutter step. You know that's a screen pass coming. The whole world knows it to Gerald Bradley, and it's a 0-yard gain. Moves the Broncos into 3rd and 10. Gunny, this Marshall defense, I guess, got tired of hearing us talk about the Western Michigan defense.
I could see that. Big 3rd down and 10 right here for the Thundering Herd.
And he throws an interception. Unbelievable. His 2nd of the day, I believe. And
that's Hank Aaron right there.
And Hank Aaron with the reception. Brian Merriman, his 2nd interception on the day. And I got to tell you guys, these quarterbacks in all 3 games tonight, some great plays, but a lot of dumb plays too, Bob.
Yeah, these quarterbacks need to start making smarter decisions, or they may be on the bench and have the backups in.
Well, that time Andy Dake doesn't make a great decision, but he gets lucky on a kind of a falling back pass, but luckily he had a wide open receiver. That puts him over 230 yards passing for the day. And the Thundering Herd will have a 1st down. But it looks like the receiver's hurt. He's still on the field. We'll keep an eye out for the injury update on that player. There's your 1st down, showing 17-10 in favor of Western Michigan, the 18th ranked team in the All-American Coaching League, taking on the Thundering Herd, the 24th ranked team. And fuck it all, is back in the game. 3-yard reception across the middle. Not a whole lot there, but it brings up 2nd and 7. And Gunny, here comes Marshall again, getting close to the red zone once again.
Trevor Andrews, the player that was just hurt recently, he was the recipient of that first 6-yard touchdown by Marshall.
Oh, there you go. There's 3rd and inches. Andy Dake under center this time. They go in motion. He drops back. Man, he had him wide open. And if he threw a bullet, Bob Funk, he could have hit the receiver in stride. Instead, he throws a kind of a rainbow pass, and it gets picked off.
Yeah, that's just wasn't a smart decision, like you said. He needed to throw it on a line there, not throw that rainbow pass.
Yep. Nick Pump 1, to answer your question, I'm a huge UCLA fan. Have been my whole life. Former UCLA season ticket holder. I now live in Knoxville, so I'm supporting Tennessee, but I'm still UCLA all the way. Western Michigan from the 2-yard line, little handoff to the side, 3-yard gain for Christian Robertson. Gunny, are you a Georgia Dogs fan?
I like Georgia Tech, and I'm loyal to Virginia Tech. That's where my parents met, so I'm a big Hokies fan.
There you go. Derek Sullivan with a 4-yard rush, and we know Bob Funk is a season ticket holder for Syracuse, right, Bob?
Sir, season ticket holder for Syracuse football for 7 years now.
Nice. Merriman with a bullet across the middle. The receiver can't hold on to it, and the defender almost picks it off. But both defenses showing up strong here in this second half after giving up a lot of points in the first half. And you guys, we talked about this at halftime, and all 3 games and all 6 teams making great second half adjustments compared to their first half play as Fuck It All with a 7-yard return. What do you think, Gunny? Is that just good coaching? Is that just players on the field figuring things out? Combination of both? What do you think?
I think it's a little bit of both, and also I did see the injury report. Andrews will return.
Okay, that's great. Andy Dake with a terrible pass to the left side, incomplete. Nick Pump 1. Neyland Stadium is amazing. Over 100,000 people just going insane. It's beautiful right along the river. It's one of my favorite venues. Andy Dake under center this time. 2nd and 10. This will be the last play of the third quarter, and they sneaks it to the fullback, and the fullback busted open for a 25-yard rush. Bob Funker, fullback supposed to run for 25 yards?
Apparently.
That was I'm not used to seeing fullbacks that fast running that far. Usually they're a little more ground and pound, you know what I'm saying? Oh, there's everybody.
I'm used to seeing fullbacks run over like 2 guys and then get taken down.
Exactly. Well, we saw everybody in the crowd there getting their 4s up for the beginning of the fourth quarter. Marshall 75% in the red zone. Handoff to the left side, and Bubba Dacius just gets crushed for a 1-yard loss. Gunny, it seems like Marshall has more success when they run Bubba between the tackles instead of outside.
Yeah, he needs to go north and south, not east and west, to pick up some yards.
Absolutely. Andy Dake, nice little 10-yard reception, one-handed, is having one hell of a game. Hey-o, what's up, folks? 3rd and 1. They can get a first down at about the 6-yard line. This time, quarterback keeper, which was not a good decision again. Andy Dake. Bob, I don't understand it. You've got Bubba Dacius. You only need a yard. Give him the ball. And instead you're doing all this fancy crap, and you lose 4 or 5 yards, and now you're going to settle for a field goal again. Oh, they're going to go for it.
They're going for it here, Dave.
Unbelievable. Well, there's the stutter step, and there's the sack. And that's what happens, Andy Dake, when you make bad decisions on 3rd down. You get crushed on 4th down. That could be, Gunny, the key play of the game coming down the stretch here.
It could be. I didn't even see Bodacious in the backfield or even out on the route on that play. So Bodacious needs to be in the field for that play, or Fuck It All needs to be out there as well.
Oh, my God. And then Western Michigan makes an even bigger boneheaded play. And another
touchdown for Steven Schmidt, which is one of their players of the game to be on the lookout for.
Is that his 2nd pick 6?
That's his 2nd pick 6 of the game.
Wow.
He's got early Defensive Player of the Week right
now. I was going to say, I think we know who's going to win Defensive Player of the Week. Holy crap. Well, I was talking about Andy Dake's terrible decision, and now Merriman turns around and makes an even worse decision as Marshall tries to go for 2, and Bubba just gets his world rocked on that play. I don't even understand what's going on in this game right now. It seems like, Gunny, neither team wants to win this game.
I think Marshall maybe wants to win it a little more, and they need to get some running games in it. I mean, they're both going for the pass. I believe Merriman has over 30 passes attempts, and I believe Dak has about at least 25. So I mean, they're being both teams are passing a lot.
Yeah, both teams over 300 yards of total offense. Bob Funk, we talk a lot about how maybe the team that has the ball last will win the game. Do you think just the team that makes the worst decision down the stretch is going to lose the game? Is that how this is going to end?
It's kind of playing out that way. Whichever quarterback can not throw the ball to the other team might win this game.
And, Merriman had just made that other rainbow pass interception down on their end zone, and he turns around the very next play and throws the pick six. So I don't know what's going on with him. Some injury report just popped up about back spasms.
Dake with back spasms out 3 weeks.
With back spasms?
That's what it said.
I think Andy Dake is cowering from the pressure. I think we're going to need to get somebody in the locker room and give us a report, because you're not out for 3 weeks with back spasms. This is ridiculous. No. The good thing about the All-American Coaching League is that everybody returns every game. So we have miracle doctors that will patch you up and have you back on the field the next week. And fuck it all with a 15-yard punt return. Now Marshall has the ball. They have a 1-point lead. Still 3.5 minutes to play, so plenty of time. Gunny, this game's nowhere near from being over yet.
I think Marshall's favoring this away games. I believe their first 2 games where they lost, they were at home in. No,
that's possible. Rocks off with an 8-yard reception. I think Rocks. That's the first time we've said Rocks off tonight, isn't it, Bob?
This is the first time we've called Rocks off tonight.
From the shotgun, empty backfield, all wide receivers set. He's letting the clock run though, which is smart. I don't know why they don't have Bubba back there to run the ball, which would be even smarter. So we'll see the intelligence level of this next play. At least they're letting the clock run down, which is the smart part of this. 2nd and 2, just into Bronco territory. And here comes the snap. Andy Dake, I'm sorry, not Andy Dake. Who's the backup again? Rocks off with another 9-yard reception. Apparently Gray, whoever Gray is, apparently he likes Rocks off, and Andy Dake doesn't, because he now has 2 receptions with the backup quarterback, and I don't even think he had a target with Andy Dake. From the shotgun again, this quarterback way more accurate. Look at the zip on that ball there, Gunny.
Yeah, I mean, he's 3 for 3.
Andy Dake maybe he does need a few weeks off. We'll see. Marshall with a hurry-up offense for some reason. Empty backfield once again from the shotgun. They're milking the clock. And they're not milking the clock. And there it is, folks. A dumb decision by another quarterback in the All-American Coaching League. I might have to change the name of this league to the Dumb Quarterback League. Wow.
This is just insane.
It's Gunny, can you explain to me how, when you have the lead and the ball and not a lot of time on the clock, why you don't run the ball?
I have no clue. There was like a bunch formation. I saw 3 brown shirts right by the receiver. Terrible
coaching decisions, terrible quarterback decisions. This game. Now, granted, folks, if you don't know much about the All-American Coaching League, we only have 24 teams in the league, as finally Merriman gets a pass to McNair for a 24-yard reception, breaks a couple tackles for a first down. So Marshall is ranked 24th out of 24 teams, and Western Michigan, I guess it would help if I had the graphic up, wouldn't it? I wonder how long that's been. Oh, not that one. I wonder how long it's been like that. Is the 18th ranked. So, again, Marshall looking for their first win. They are 0-2. Western Michigan 1-1. And Marshall, again, with another great defensive play. 2nd and 10. Now, I understand Western Michigan because they need some points. But, here comes the stutter step. Screen pass. And it goes for negative 2 yards. We've seen that play work maybe once or twice all season, I think, you guys. You remember that stutter step screen pass working very often?
It doesn't. It fails way more than it's successful.
Well, 3rd and 12 now for Western Michigan. Again, decision-making, putting themselves out of field goal range when they're only down a point. This time, though, a wide open. Oh, my God. Gerald Bradley just got rocked. Gunny, great offensive play, and what a hit on the defense.
A big hit, but a few yards too short because Bradley was happy to take the hit after getting past the flag's yard markers.
Absolutely, and then he comes right back and great pass to Chris Hayden for a 12-yard gain and another first down. Now Western Michigan should probably
Maybe just-
slow things down.
Yeah, they need to milk this clock.
Yep, minute and a half.
And just kick a field goal at the end.
Ooh, a minute and a half, and that was a dangerous pass there, Gunny. Chad Brown with 3-yard reception, but that could have been picked off too.
That's true, and Marshall has all 3 timeouts. Actually, both teams have all their timeouts.
This is going to be fun, folks. We're coming down to the wire. Under a minute and a half to play. A 1-point game. Both teams with all their timeouts. As you see, D's Nuts on the sideline, the head coach for Marshall.
Used their first time out there.
There you go. 3rd and 4, 1:22 left. Run up right up the middle of first down, and that might be the ball game right there, folks. A minute 18. I don't know why Western Michigan is hurrying up. Just run the ball, kick the field goal, get on the bus, and get out of here. But they're going to take it from the shotgun. Hand off to the right side. He bounces outside off the tackle. Jared Bradley, no gain. But Gunny, at least they're running some time off the clock, but it looks like he's not getting up.
That's not good because he made the key first down, and he's also the recipient of 3 touchdowns today, 2 on the ground and 1 through the air.
Well, down to 52 seconds. Merriman from the shotgun, and there it is, folks. McNair with a 4-yard touchdown reception, still leaving 49 seconds and 2 timeouts for Marshall to come down. Bob Funk, what do you think about this whole series of passing versus running and leaving that much time on the clock and timeouts for Marshall to come back?
Yeah, I don't like that. I would rather run the ball a couple times there and make Marshall waste their timeouts.
Well, they're going for 2, and there it is, wide open. Oh, Derek Sullivan almost messed it up. He had the path to the end zone, cut it back out of back a yard, and then was luckily able to get in there. Bradley's back spasms. He says he will come back soon. And now we've got a 7-point game. Western Michigan with the lead. And what a return by Marcus Hall, a 37-yard return. My guess is you don't kick it to fuck it all there, but Hall comes back with a great return instead. Gunny, how do you think this is going to end?
I look for a one-handed to be a key receiver in this drive.
That's a good call. And here comes the pressure. Andy Dake's got to get rid of it. And there is the man you just mentioned, one-handed. And I don't think he got the first down, even though the Broncos tried to help him by tackling him across the first down line. Now they got to hurry up. 37 seconds down to their final timeout. They just used 1 second and inches, but I don't think they care about that. Short little pass. He's going to get some extra yards. Trevor Adams, a 12-yard reception. 32 seconds now. The ball stops with a first down. Derek Gray, 5 for 6, 43 yards, coming in for the injured Andy Dake. And this time he rolls out, throws away the ball. That was probably a smart play, though, Gunny, seeing as how he was about to be sacked.
Yeah, very smart play. Then they can get out and maybe change the offensive formation, maybe spread the ball out a little bit more.
Well, here we go. Empty backfield from the shotgun. He's looking deep. He's got a man, and it's almost picked off. Jordan Taylor with the deflection. Bob Funk, that was a dangerous pass, but we can see how it's necessary for them to throw the ball long right now.
Yeah, Marshall just needs to get the ball down the field here with only 21 seconds left.
And there's another long pass to absolutely nobody. And here it is, folks. All the marbles. 17 seconds left. Marshall with the ball, 41-yard line, 4th and 10. They have 1 timeout if they can get a first down here, but they do need a touchdown to send this into overtime, and we have not seen a single overtime game yet in this young season. Here he is from the shotgun. There's the long pass, and it's broken up by John Williams, and that will be your ball game. Western Michigan will survive at home with a 36-29 victory, and Marshall will fall to 0-3. Gunny, what do you think about that last possession there for Marshall?
From the way I saw the angle, they had a receiver on the left-hand do a post pattern. He was wide open on the left-hand side of the field.
Wow, so just a backup quarterback in a stressful situation, not able to make the right decision. Although I got to be honest, I don't know that Andy Dake would have made the right decision either, Bob Funk.
No, the way Andy Dake played today, I think he would have done the same thing.
Yeah, I agree with that. Well, that's going to wrap it up there, folks. The Western Michigan Broncos will move to 2-1 on the season, while Marshall falls to 0-3. And I will say, though, you guys, even with these lower ranked teams, we're still seeing some great, exciting games. Oh, well, I guess I should turn my controller on. Hold on. And we've seen some great, exciting games and close games. And this game didn't disappoint, though. I mean, a 7-point game at the end. Gunny, your thoughts on this game?
A lot of great games tonight. I mean, the 24th ranked team and the 18th ranked team, I mean, they combined for over they combined for 55 points. So
Yeah.
a lot of firepower, 65 points combined together.
And we saw 2 pick sixes. We saw lots of long passes, diving catches. Bob Funk, if nothing else, this was an entertaining game.
This was probably the game of the night so far.
Oh, really? Good call. What was the last game was, well, Indiana Old Dominion was a good game, too. Actually, even the Memphis.
I missed that game.
You missed which? Oh, the middle game. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the middle game, I missed that one.
But even your game was a 5-point game, so they were all close games tonight, which is great. That's always.
You gotta love when we have these close games. We don't want the blowouts.
No,
Yeah, all 3 games were not decided until the 4th quarter. No blowouts at all.
Yep, and that's what we love. One of the things we love about the All-American Coaching League is how competitive it is, how great all the coaches are, and how everybody puts their all in every week to try to get their best team on the field. Let's check out the game stats real quick before we go to the post game. We'll check out team stats first. 36-29. Western Michigan dominated the first downs. Over 700 yards combined offense. Let's see. Third down conversion. You guys, look at that. 1 for 9 for Marshall, only 11%. That's pretty terrible.
Yeah, it's hard to win a game when you're 1 for 9 on third down.
Yep, 5.
And you had this 0-2 on 4th down. That's not. It's even less than 11%.
That's terrible.
And you got Western Michigan, who was 3 for 3 on 4th down.
Well, we had, and there were 5 turnovers, but we had over 1,000 yards of offense, which was great. And Western Michigan winning the time of possession battle. As we check out the player stats, Brian Merriman, 31 of 46, 324 yards and 3 touchdowns. But Gunny, he had those 3 interceptions as well.
True, he threw the ball a lot, but yeah, he took the gamble and got the interceptions as well.
There's let me see. There's Bradley's one. So they had 9 different receivers, so he's spreading the ball around for sure. Let me check out the defensive stats. Anything stand out from you guys? What's that right there? 3 tackles for loss by Smith.
I mean, Merriman, 5 touchdowns. 3 to his team, 2 to the other team.
Hey-o. There's your player of the week. Nobody's thrown for 5 touchdowns except for Merriman. Nice call there, Bob. Let's see. Kicking, I think they didn't have any field goals, I don't think, right? No.
I think so, no.
Nope. And then they did punt the ball 3 times. Let's see. Decent kick return yards, nothing exciting. And then let's go check out Marshall while we before we get to the post game. There's Andy Dake, 13 of 25, 250, but 1-1. Not a great showing, but look at you guys. Gray as the backup, 5 for 10, 43 yards. Other than that 1 pick, I thought he played a pretty solid game for a backup.
Yeah, Gray came in and handled the offense pretty well, except for that 1 interception he had.
Here's a problem here, Gunny. Bo Dacius only 28 yards rushing.
Yeah, that's not that needs to be worked on. That should be a high priority in this next week.
Yeah, here's one of your potential players of the game. Juan Handed, 6 receptions, 143 yards. He had an amazing game. As we check out the defense for Marshall, there's Schmidt with your 2 pick sixes. I mean, is there even going to be an argument for defensive player of the week this week, you guys?
Not right yet.
I mean, at this point, he should be unanimous.
Yeah, unless somebody has 3 pick sixes, I guess.
Yeah.
That is unbelievable. All right, let's see. Let's wrap the rest of these up, and we'll get to post-game and get out of here. We're actually running over time tonight for some reason. We usually don't do that. We're usually really right on time. We're a little under. I don't know why tonight went so long. Maybe all the tech difficulties we had earlier. I don't know.
It was the competitive games.
Oh, it could be that, too. It just could have been longer games. Who knows? Fuck it all. Only 3 punt returns for 32 yards. Did he even kick and 4 for 89? I thought maybe he might have broken one of those tonight, but I guess not. So There are your player stats, your team stats. We'll move on to the post game, and we'll wrap this up in the next few minutes. And then just a quick heads up while we're going to wait for this. Let me put this over there. Tomorrow night, night 3 of week 3, we will have Akron at Eastern Carolina, Syracuse at Central Florida. That's going to be a huge game. And then Wyoming at Iowa State. Those will be your 3 games tomorrow. And then Thursday night, Kansas at San Diego State, Louisiana Tech at UNLV, and Colorado at SMU will wrap up week 3 on Thursday night. There's your post-game stats. We saw most of these already in the team stats. Your players of the game. Gerald Bradley, no surprise. It says 2 touchdowns. I thought we said he had 3 touchdowns. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I see it. I guess I should continue reading. 2 on the ground, 1 in the air. Anthony Luke, the right end for Western Michigan. Tackle for loss, a sack, and a forced fumble. That was key. On the offensive side, they're giving the Marshall's offense, their quarterbacks were so bad that they gave the offensive player of the game to their field goal kicker, who was 3 for 3 with a long of 31. And Steve Schmidt, your overall player of the game as far as I'm concerned, you guys. 5 tackles, a tackle for loss, but 2 interceptions, and both of them for pick 6. Last thoughts, you guys, before we wrap up on this game and or of the entire night.
I think one-handed should have been the offensive player of the game for the Herd, not the kicker, but, Well,
that's a great point, too. Gunny, thoughts overall or tonight or on this game?
I agree with the one hand. I believe if he would have gotten the end zone, he may have been the offensive star of their game. And Steve Schmidt, they might need to put him as a two-way player, move him on the
that's a great
on the other side of the ball as well.
Yeah, that's actually a great point. All right, everybody, that's the end of night 2 for week 3. Thank you, everyone that tuned in and was joining us. Nick Pump, welcome to the show. We'll be on 9 p.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Thursday nights for the next several weeks, so you're welcome to jump in at any time. For everybody else, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern right here on Twitch as we watch the 3rd night of Week 3 of the All-American Coaching League, brought to you by Axis Sports. And with that being said, for Gunny, for Bob Funk, and myself, Dave Axis, good night now.